everyone, and welcome to episode 28 of the Hall of Gamers podcast. This week, I'm joined by the man at the machine, I guess, Cameron.
I feel attacked. It's the computer. It's not me. It's the computer.
It's a picnic error, mate. Problem in chair, not in computer. We're also joined by Charlotte and her fancy new setup.
Hey.
And also by the one and only Welsh Hunter. How you doing, mate?
Hey, what's up, guys? How we do?
Yeah, we're doing great. We got a big show planned. But first, Cameron's going to transition us to a song of the week that he did for us. So, I get to guess for a change. Take it away, Cameron.
All right, playing it now. And now it's not.
Hard.
Not working?
No.
Give me
That
2
would have been
seconds. I will bring it up the other way. Because
Always fun when this happens because we can't really,
Yeah.
we have to play the song manually ourselves because we don't hear it through the stream.
We can't hear it, yeah.
All right, let me try this. Why? Oh my god.
This is like
That sounds fun.
perfect. This is perfect.
Hey, Cameron, I think I know what the song is.
Give me 2
I think I do
seconds.
too.
Is it The Sound of Silence?
Oh my god. Oh
By
my
Simon and
god.
Garfunkel?
Why is it not playing? Oh my god.
I'm not editing any of this, by the way. This is all going in. This is
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Yeah, 100%. I'm not
Right,
gonna
let me-
take this out.
Well, Char, bad luck.
Yeah,
I've just
right.
ruined the whole show now, guys. So
I had to
Yeah, we'll
explain.
blame you. That's better. Hey.
It's funny actually. Now I'll vamp while Cameron's trying to sort this. I was talking to Alison about having you on the show, Welsh, and she was like, "What's Wales?" Like I was like, she's like, "It's like where's Wales?" And I was like, "It's in like English." She's like, "Oh, so it's not like a Nordic country?" And I was like, "Oh my god."
well, that's better than people calling it England.
Right? Yeah,
That one
exactly.
is just-
Yeah, exactly. I
That's
was like,
true,
it's-
that's
it's-
true.
Yeah, I was like, it's part of the UK. It's point out. I mean, she is American though, and they usually can't point to anything. on that.
They do. Wales
Right.
is if you're American, Wales is in England, and that's just it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
all right.
I wouldn't mind being a Nordic country though.
Give me 2 seconds.
I could have grown an actual beard then, not just
That could
Yeah.
have been kind of
32
cool,
years of-
right? Like,
huge growth.
Give me
Yeah,
2
get a
get
seconds.
a real
I'm gonna
nice
quickly
braid
swap
in
something.
there.
All right.
All right. Set that.
Oh boy.
Very good.
We are professional
All right.
as
Should
always.
be able to hear you guys again now, and
Yeah. Testing.
that should be fine. All right, and we'll. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right, and now is the song of the week. Hopefully.
6 minutes in, we got this.
Love is the loneliest achievement that you'll ever do. Split screen can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest game since the lone wolf won. Yeah. No is the saddest response you'll ever know. 'Cause all of my buddies don't want to play Halo. 'Cause Lone Wolf is the loneliest cheevo that you ever do. Lone Wolf is the loneliest chief, well worse than Halo 2. Alright, so first off, I can't sing for shit.
I mean, that's
We
never
know
stopped me.
Super hot, man.
Yeah, that's never stopped
Yeah.
me in all the episodes we've done of this show and the previous
You're
show.
a much better singer than me.
I mean, okay, yeah, I will give you that, but I've also had more practice, so it's
Okay.
not exactly a
Yeah.
fair
That is
comparison.
true. He has done a lot more of these, right? So
Yeah.
You like what, 120 episodes in?
Something like
Doing
that.
it?
Yeah.
yeah.
God, so many. Also, just to be fair, Alison did think that the conversation was I talked about the Welsh Hunter, and she thought it was someone who hunted down Welsh people. So like I can understand where the confusion happened, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because that's an actual thing. That's what the English do.
Yeah, basically.
They call us
right.
sheepshaggers and hunt us
Yeah.
down. That's just
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But okay, I think I know the song. It's a staple here in the Neomaster household. When I get upset, It's One is the Loneliest Number. And I believe the original was done by Harry Nilsson.
Yeah.
Nilsson?
Yeah.
Harry
I
Nilsson?
think the original was one, like just called one.
Right, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I think the covers were...
Three Dog Night.
The cover.
Three Dog Night did the cover. Yeah,
Dog Night.
yeah.
Thanks, Google.
And the only reason I
I
did this song of the week was because I was watching the Recess movie from like 2001 last weekend, and
where everyone goes to like summer camps and
yeah. And like
classic.
when everybody goes to summer camp, like the Free Dog Night version was playing, and I'm like, this is a really easy song to do song of the week.
Yeah.
That's true. Yep, that's true. Oh man, that's funny. But okay, all right, good job, Cameron. That's the key thing about song of the week is that it has to be identifiable at the end of the day, and if it's not, like when I did Nat King Cole's, what was it? Almost feels. I don't even remember the name of the song now. That's how bad it was. At least it wasn't Mumford & Sons. Let's just say.
Yeah, I was just about to make that exact same joke. It's
Yeah,
like, at
exactly.
least it is a Mumford & Sons.
All right.
That's never happening.
Well, if you've gotten this far, you should come watch us on Twitch. We do the show live every week, usually on a Friday or Saturday. This week it's on Saturday. At Hall of Gamers Pod is the address. Come say hi. Come say in the chat. Hang out with all of our good friends here. Ask questions. Shit post. The usual stuff.
Pay us a load of money.
Yeah,
Sorry,
exactly.
sorry,
No,
sorry.
yeah. I mean, look. Hey, look. I'm glad you said it because it saved me from having to say. Yeah, we really could use some more subscribers because I really need to buy.
Patreon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we pay the bills just. We'll say that because Zoom is fucking expensive.
Yep.
But
And I'm still not just an unpaid intern.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, you're still paying to be.
I
here,
still
so-
contribute, and I'm still a Patreon.
Yeah,
You
again.
need to make an advert. You know, like all those sad adverts.
Yeah, like with a dog and
Oh my
like
God,
it's like
we
you know.
do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just
only
like
£12 a month, and you'll save this one dog's life. Same with you guys.
It's like
Dave,
one
only-
coffee a
God,
day.
Yeah.
you're giving them ideas. I can make the graphics. I'm gonna get my arm twisted now.
Oh,
Do
that's
it.
such a good
Do it.
idea. Yeah,
Do it.
just the arms in the arms of an
Flipped it.
angel. Yeah, exactly.
He
But, like,
slowly
we'll get-
descended from making quality posts about people hitting 1 million gamer score to sad puppy dog eyes begging for money.
I mean, to
What
be
do
fair,
people
you're making
want?
all this for free, so I don't know. Like, maybe we
We
should
are.
make the one that turns it into some actual cash, and just guilts people. But thank you for the suggestion there, Welsh. We should probably get into having a bit of a chat with you. Since
Please, by all means.
it's your first time on the show, and we're happy to have you.
Thanks, guys.
Um,
I'm chuffed to be here. I was anxious about coming on because I said to Cameron earlier, when I'm recording, if I make any jokes or anything, I can edit it out. So
Yes.
it's a bit lowbrow, isn't it? So now I'm like, right, don't be a twat. Just don't.
Oh,
Don't be a twat.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I've got you.
Again,
Take it.
we can always edit stuff out if it gets really bad, and it's only the people who are watching it live that have to deal with it. But
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I really feel like you need to put because for those who don't know, you do a lot of achievement guides, and we'll get into that a little bit. But I've used quite a few of your guides, and I've heard some of your stuff on there, and I would love like a greatest hits of stuff that you're like, wow, yeah, no, I probably can't say that. Probably need to cut that out. The too hot for TV cut. That would just be
Yeah.
That would be
fantastic.
so good.
I was thinking that, and there's times where for some reason I'll say the same thing about 5 times and fuck it up each time. I'll start getting red angry because I'm half ginger as well, which doesn't help.
Right? Yeah.
So I just get really red, and I look like a little strawberry. So I look like a yeah.
Oh,
so maybe that's a good idea as well. Too hot to handle.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah, just put all the outtakes.
There's your
Guys,
tagline.
Yeah, that's good. Great. That's good Patreon content. Unfortunately, we never have any of that because we never have any mistakes we have to edit out.
Not apart from today, but
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is the first time. Yeah, and to be
Yeah,
fair,
Oh,
all
yeah,
of
this-
those stay in
this
usually,
never
'cause I can't
happens.
really be
No.
bothered.
yeah.
Never.
But tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? What do you do? What do you play? That kind of stuff.
Where you from?
Well,
Yeah. Right.
right. Well, I'm from England, Wales. Apparently,
I never would've
I
guessed.
hunt Welsh people for a laugh. No, I am the Welsh Hunter. My name is Kyle. I come from Wales, obviously. To be honest, I've been gaming literally all my life. So from the Sega, in fact, it was Sonic 2, I think. Sonic 2 on the Sega was my first ever game. And of course, there was no saves back in the day, was it? So I guess so far, get my ass beat and cry then. Used to cry a lot. I was a little bitch. I was. Yeah. So obviously, and do you know what my favorite ever console is as well? The Sega Dreamcast. I don't even care.
I love it. I love it. It's a
Sorry,
it's a
did
great
you mean the
console.
original Xbox?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. No, the Dreamcast. Yeah. So I've been a gamer all my life, but it's only I only started doing this. In fact, I didn't even start doing particular guides until basically I was watching like top tens and stuff, Watch Mojo.
Yep.
And all them. And I thought, how hard can it be? Make a couple of top 10 videos? Yeah, no worries. So for some reason, I decided to make 4 channels. That was right. One was like top 10s for everything. So I think my first one was top 10 bodybuilders and strongmen, because I'm into all that. Not to look at. I actually, enjoy it. I'm not
Sure.
Not,
Yeah.
not
I
to
mean,
sweat
hey,
over it,
look, this is the last place we're going to judge, man.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
we
so.
don't kink shame.
Happy days then. What a strong man to sit in my face. Right, anyway. No. Oh, Christ, no. I
We
died.
have a lot of choices for clip of the week this week.
I've got
Well,
a
that-
How do we clip the entire podcast?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No,
That's
so
my
I do
job.
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I hope you get paid well for that, Charlotte. As well. You get paid well.
No.
I mean, she used to get paid in thank yous and.
Yeah, now she says she doesn't even want thank you,
Wait,
so she's not getting any of those.
wait.
Oh,
I
there
got
you go.
paid.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah.
100%.
Can I find out about that part? Because I got paid.
I'm sorry. I'm going into a tunnel.
Oh, bring it up. Sorry, bring that up. Sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Ruining the whole show.
Oh.
Hello,
That's fine.
but, so I've done a cartoon one, which is crap. I've done a Formula One one, which was good because one video got over 1 million views, but I couldn't get monetized. So I thought bollocks that. And then I was seeing on games and stuff, people doing like cutscene movies, so like Grand Theft Autos, and they were raking in shitloads of views. So I thought, why not give it a go? And I'd done that, and I thought, I'm bored of doing this. So I think it was not Sea of Thieves, because fuck that. Thief of Thieves.
God, you sound like me last week.
My brain's doing overtime. No, Thief of
Thieves,
or
the old
something.
Game Pass game.
Yeah, that's right. So
Yep.
yeah, done that, and since then I haven't looked back. And for some reason, I've said the word penis in most videos, so I enjoy it.
At least you're consistent,
That's
right?
fine. Yeah.
So I guess the question was, so if that was kind of one of your early guides, were you an achievement hunter beforehand? Was that something that kind of, you got really into?
Yeah. Yes, as soon as I used to work in, Game Station, which would be Britain. What is it? GameStop for you guys out there?
It'd be EB Games for
It'd
our
be
beginners.
EB Games for
right,
Australia and possibly
In New Zealand.
in New Zealand, sorry, and possibly Canada.
Ah, right, yeah.
Some in Canada as well, although they kind of,
Yeah.
I think they got GameStop
I think they're
as well.
GameStop now, but yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you guys have got to sadly pay about $210 for a AAA release.
Yeah, tell me about it.
But yeah, no, literally since the 360 came out. So worked in Game Station at the time, and yeah, since then. And do you remember the days back when achievements were hard to get?
Nah. I mean, yeah, harder for sure.
I mean, I jumped in
Harder,
on the
yeah.
Xbox One generation, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but
I think there was like, you couldn't even count them on your hand how many easy games there were. There was like Avatar, Fusion Frenzy.
Yep, Fusion Frenzy 2. Yep.
Yeah, Fusion Frenzy 2. Sorry.
King Kong.
Yeah. Terminator.
Yep. Terminator Salvation. And yeah, that again, there were not a lot. I mean, there was a few every now and then, and you'd find some sort of movie license piece of crap that would come out. That would.
Oh yeah, can't beat the movie license shit.
Yeah, exactly right.
No, so yeah, literally since then. And to be honest, my Assassin's Creed, I used to bum Assassin's Creed to absolute death. It was my absolute favourite. Until they ruined it, but you know what?
Right.
Apart from that, no. So yeah, since the 360 started, and then since then it's just gone nuts. I still haven't hit 1 million gamer score.
Oh, okay. Well, that was going to be my next question. Yeah, whereabouts are you sitting? I mean, you obviously play a fair amount for your guides and stuff.
I think it's about 680,000.
pretty good. That's pretty
So,
good.
It's decent. I mean, if I were to do all the title updates as the Rat Liker and stuff brought out now, I'd be there. I think I'd be there now, but
get your steroid injection.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with a strongman steroid injection.
Yeah, exactly right.
On your face. Sorry, no. Why do I keep saying that? I don't have a kink for it. Okay, it's just.
You're making my job really easy.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to come on to make it harder.
Yeah, right.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry.
So I guess in terms of genres and that kind of stuff, I mean, obviously for guides, I'm sure you play all kinds of stuff, right? But do you have anything, any sort of, you talked about Assassin's Creed, do you have stuff that you definitely always play, always into?
To be honest, at the minute, for some reason, I'm loving the point and click genre. I'm not sure why, but I'm just, because I just finished Broken Age on Game Pass.
Oh, yep.
So that's going to be my next guide now coming up. But usually my go-tos are like anything racing, love racing, and stealth, open world stealth and stuff like that. First-person shooters I'll go to as well generally, but like stuff like RPGs and JRPGs and stuff, I'm not a big fan of, in all fairness.
No, fair enough. I mean, yeah, again, it's a big time investment, and
I don't know if it's just because I can't play the game though. I think it's because I'm shit. That's why I don't like it.
That's the reason why I don't like racing games. It's because it's like 90% of it is that just because I'm, I always talk about it. It's like, oh mate, you're just driving a car around in a circle for a bit. What are you talking about? But no, it's just because I'm shit. To be honest, I guess I get that.
Yeah. You could sit there and go, just not my thing. But then you go, oh, actually, I'm a dong. Can't play it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Cameron, you got some questions?
I was going to say with that, I guess like, how do you decide what kind of achievement video are you going to do? Like, is it just based on personal preference? Like, hey, I feel like making a guide for this game hitting Game Pass.
Basically, I've got, like, obviously you've probably seen I put on Twitter about that whole Game Pass challenge thing, where I want to try and do every Game Pass game. Might be slightly impossible until the kids grow up. Grow up.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, but I've got this kind of list. So it'll be like, I'll do one Game Pass game, because obviously I get codes from developers and stuff like that as well. And I do try and stick, with the shit Lana Rat Liker games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If the game is actually like half decent or not too bad, I will upload that as well, since they only take it literally takes about 2 hours to do if it's a short game. But generally, it's usually a Game Pass game, and then a new game from a developer code.
Yeah.
And then I try and do one from the True Achievement Sales of the Week then as well.
Right.
So
Like that's a good
this week, so because it was just so many Game Pass games, so many here's a code for this, and I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do with all this? So so that's what I try to do anyway. Game Pass, new developer code, and then Sales of the Week. Because what we got this week, there was Little Misfortune and Out of Line, which are going to be my next two as well, because they went down mega. So
I was telling my partner about that, and she loves Little Misfortune when she played it on Steam, so she's really keen to check out that one.
Yeah, I'll try and keep it PG. Nah, well,
she's
no,
fine.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, you don't need to lie.
She loves the jokes.
I had a question about like how, so what's the kind of process then, I guess, right? Like in terms of like, okay, you've picked a game. Do you do a run through first and then kind of make notes and then do another run through for your recording, or do you try to do all at once, or how do you, is it a bit of a mix and match?
It depends on the game. So for Call of Cthulhu, all I did was write down the achievements, all the achievements listed in order. And I managed to do that just in one video without making it look shit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I managed to do all that. But for the majority, like this Broken Age, that broke me. Jesus Christ, so many missable achievements. So I had to do a run through of that because there's an hour speed run as well.
Yeah.
So I had to do an hour of that. Fucking hell. Look, I'm starting to mumble my words and I'm looking like a knob.
It's fine.
It's already happening. Jesus Christ. So I had to do one playthrough of that, then do another playthrough to get all the achievements, and then do another playthrough to try and get the hour speed run done, and then do a fourth playthrough to get the achievement done. So yeah, it does depend on the game, to be honest. If the achievements are good enough, you can do it in one, but a lot of the time it is play through it once or twice, and then smashed the achievements out then. So,
Have there been any like guides that you've like gotten halfway through and you're just like, I don't want to go back for these missables, or it's been too much of a shit show to go, all right, nah, this is a cut material.
you know, there was one the other day, In My Shadows. Have you heard of that? In My
I've
Shadow?
heard of it. I haven't seen anything about it, but
It's basically just like a puzzle platformer thing, type game. So all you got to do is just like move boxes and stuff, go into the shadow, and then try and obviously jump over and get to the other, that type of game.
Yeah.
But I got about halfway through, and it was all trial and error. I got more trial and error towards the end. So as I do, I calmly, in an angry kind of way, put my controller down, and calmly and angry slammed the door behind me and thought, fucking bollocks to that. I am a calm person.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, I can tell.
Obviously.
In terms of, so there's been a bit of a shift, right? Because originally it was, when you had other guide makers come out back in the day, it was, okay, we're going to do a guide for each of the achievements, or here's like a spot to earn a bunch of the achievements. And now it seems to kind of a bit more of a change to, okay, we're going to do like a long play where it's going to be, here's like a platinum walkthrough or whatever, where you see the whole game all the way through and you just earn the achievements as you go along. Have you sort of transitioned from that? What kind of, has that affected your process?
To be honest, I find it better. I find it easier to do long playthroughs because I don't think of, right, what do I want to do? I think, what do my subscribers want?
Yeah.
Do my viewers want? Just because I'll put myself in their shoes and go, right, if I'm looking at this achievement guide and then somebody goes, right, when you get to this spot, just do this and you earn the achievement. And you're like, well, where the fuck are you?
Right.
I don't know where you're at.
Yeah.
So I think, right, what would they want? And I don't mind doing a long playthrough, as well, especially with the commentary. Because if I sat there going, go here, go there, go up your mum, do all that, it's just disappointing, but,
Yeah.
So I think me talking a load of shite makes it amuses me as well, to be honest. But yeah, I prefer to do the long playthroughs. I do. I just find it easier. Apart from like The Walking Dead, I think that was the only one that I'd done a not long playthrough for, because a lot of it's just talking, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you're right.
Some achievements and stuff, but yeah.
Well, I guess it comes back down to the type of game that you're doing too. Sometimes with that kind of stuff, you'd want to be listening to the game or listening to those story bits.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I like doing the couple of playthroughs, because the first one I'll enjoy the story, and then the second one I'll normally just like skip through the cutscenes and dialogue and stuff. That's normally just to save time in the video. So then it's up to whoever's playing and whoever's watching. Just if they want to watch the story, then they can. Yeah, I find indie games for stories are better than AAA titles these days.
Yeah,
because they don't charge you $80 and then another $100 for freaking DLC.
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft. What did I just do then? What was that?
NFTs, no fucking thanks.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly. And then they tack on live service microtransactions to boot. So it's they just get your money at both ends.
Yeah. That's a fucking piss. That's the piss take. And EA are the worst for it as well. I think they're all getting as bad as each other, mind, aren't they?
Yeah,
EA,
it's impossible to escape these days, which has been
it's everybody bouncing, like all the big leagues bouncing off each other, going like, what can we get away with?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's literally it. And that's nice. They can go home with their nice millions, and that makes me have a warm fuzzy feeling inside, doesn't it? Warm fuzzy feeling inside. Sorry, I've got a twitch.
Yeah, right.
Dwaggy quickly mentioned too, you have to remember though, AAA titles are all politics. There's things that the company won't go for, and into story purposes, indie games don't have that restriction. I find myself like probably the last 3 years indie games most of the time, because I want short, sweet experiences.
Yeah.
I don't want to do a like 1 hour baby game most of the time. I want to do something that's like 5 to 10 hours. Takes like 2 nights.
Yeah, like I played something this week that fits that category perfectly, and I had really, really good time with it. And I was like, and it was one of those things where I don't feel like I have to be like, okay, I need to check back to see if they've put the new challenge up for the live service. Like, no, I just had like a good short experience. It was on Game Pass. I played through it, enjoyed it, get to talk about it on the podcast, and then move on with my life.
Yeah, exactly. I've heard Elden Ring's the same. It's about 5 to 10 hours, easy. Easy
Yep.
1,000 game score,
Yep,
Elden
easy.
Ring.
Yeah,
So
done. One playthrough, right? Yeah, just
One-
get into it. Yeah, the game basically plays itself.
one
Looking
playthrough,
forward to
barely
that.
died.
Yeah.
Don't get pissed off.
Oh god. So I guess the other question is sort of, do you play anything for fun? Is everything you play content, or is it like how do you? Is there a bit of a balance?
To be honest, only at the minute. Before my second child was born, I was able to chill out a bit more and play a lot more when I wanted. But at the minute, purely because of time constraints, because I do delivery driving as well. Beep beep. Why the fuck did I just beep beep?
It's for our audio listeners. Yeah.
Yeah. It's perfect.
So yeah, I do that on the side as well. Fuck you know, Mong. So I do that on the side as well. So it's literally a case of wanting to spend time with the family, having to do that, having to try and churn out as many guides as I can. So yeah, at the minute it's mainly just content, but I don't mind because I don't play. It's not like I play through shit just to get a video up. Like I do play games that I enjoy as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm still trying to get through Forza 5, and that is going about as well as diarrhea at the minute.
You know what though? Forza 5 can be easily done in a weekend to a week. It's just that one fucking achievement. It's that one seasonable smashable challenges.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's the eliminator for me because again I'm shit. So
yeah, that's
okay. I won't make this a discussion of skill.
no, you wouldn't. Okay, all right, whatever. Fucking, I don't even want to hear you talk.
I've got 3 achievements left in the series. Like, it's bound to happen.
Yeah, right. People in chat are saying, yeah, exactly. Eliminator is hard.
Should point out about Horizon 5. Like, we love Horizon here. We hate Motorsport. Fuck Motorsport. Fix the achievements. Anyway.
simple.
Yeah.
That's a good motto. That.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
Something like that.
And then I guess yes.
I guess my other big question is, what kind of achievement hunter are you? Are you the completionist? Are you like? I think on our podcast we cover it pretty well. I'm the kind of person that likes to dive every single game to find out what's good, and go, all right, well you should play this and not that. Matt likes to complete everything, and then Charlotte's pretty representative of.
I'm in the middle.
Like getting into the middle.
That's a good middle ground. Yeah, that's good.
Well, I've only been with the Xbox for a year, so.
Oh yeah, so that. Oh, it's cute. That is. That's,
We converted it.
Xbox newbie. Yeah. I love it. No, I used to, especially during the 360 days, used to be with Matt, completionist all the way. The only times I couldn't complete a game was if the servers were down or something like that.
Yeah.
Which would actually piss me off. I was actually considering about changing to a new gamer tag, but I thought I can't be asked in the end because I'd already played through a lot of crap/good games.
Yep.
Now, so I think I was on about 96% completion on true achievements,
Holy
but that's
shit.
dropped down. That's dropped down to 94 now because there's tons of games I played and I've just I can't. I'm 32. I'm balding. I'm getting old. I'm too old to be stressed out now. Do you know what I mean? So,
In anything above 90% is a completionist in my book. I mean, I'm sitting at like 95%, nearly 96, and I've been working on that for years. And so, like,
that's cool, man.
I mean, I could go for 90%, but I mean, Xbox did send me a console, a trophy, and a hoodie.
I mean, they sent me 2 trophies. I'm just putting that out there.
I mean, you begged for the second trophy. So.
I did. Yeah, they misprinted.
You had
the
to
first one.
ask.
I did have to ask.
Well,
them
good for you guys. I didn't
right.
get fuck all. I had to make my own one.
Yeah, right.
From paper.
Exactly.
Don't worry, we do that too.
Yeah, we'll print out.
We'll print one out for you. That's fine.
Yeah. All right. I mean, yeah. So that's okay. So we're I think we're still on the same page. That's good. Like 95% is like that's nothing to scoff at, especially with a game score of 600,000.
All right. No, here's the real question. It doesn't matter to me, but it'll matter to a lot of people out there. DLC settings on or off?
I think they're on for me. They are on for me.
Okay.
The correct answer.
Yeah. I can't turn them off. If I turn them off, then it's in my mind, and I think I got to
It's not the real.
Me,
It's
that
not the
feels
real number.
unrepeatable.
You're missing the achievements. Yeah, can't
Yeah,
just
exactly.
pretend they don't exist. If I could pretend that the DLC achievements didn't exist, I could just pretend any achievement didn't exist
Exactly.
and just be like,
Yes.
oh, I'm at 100% for all that I care.
I try and get guests on that don't align Matt's crazy ideas about completion percentage, but it's too much research.
No, sorry, this week, man.
I was gonna say, I mean, look,
And unsubscribed.
most of the time they said they subscribe. You know, it's most of the time they're on the same page as me. So I'm just saying that if it's
The
a
niche
numbers
of the niche of the niche.
yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm yeah. Zach says DLC on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
mean-
mean okay. Red. This is for the AHA community. Is it stacking or double dipping?
so if you have a game that has an extra list with the same game, so
Like a
PC
Windows version or
is
Gotta be stacking, isn't it?
yeah, right. Yeah, okay, yeah. I think you're stacking it, right? That makes sense. Yeah,
Ah, cool.
yeah.
There's going to be a lot of angry messages sent your way, but yeah, whatever.
Hey, whatever. Man.
Oh, mate, I've had them all.
I was gonna say, I'm sure he's used to it by now. Yeah, exactly. You know, he's a personality on the internet. What the fuck do you think it was going to be?
Yeah. Remember that email I had the other day?
Do you want to briefly touch base on that Twitter post, because like you told me before the podcast, it's just great.
Hey, so this guy, Basement Cheese is his YouTube name, right? And
my God.
yeah. So and he was on my he was on my comment section being quite rude to not me but like other people when they just had questions and stuff like that. So I thought it's a bit knobbish, but I'll delete his comments and leave it go. And he sent me an email saying, "Why did you block me for?" And he sent me loads of comments on YouTube saying, "You shouldn't be talking about penis and balls. You're a 40-year-old man." I mean, that's a good assumption, but I'm not.
Yeah, right.
And it's just talking about it's a reproductive organ. It's fact, isn't it? I'm not talking about it in the disgusting sense. No. Well, sometimes. But he leaves loads of comments and you know, so I just ignore him, delete them, ignore him. And he sent me an email saying, why do you block me on YouTube for? You should, like I said, you're a 40-year-old man, which I'm fucking not, but close enough. Just try and do this and try and do that. So I just said, that was nice enough. See, I could be a dick, but I'm not. I'm a cuddly bear, fat man, cuddly bear, ginger as fuck. But no, I just said, look, I haven't blocked you. I've got no reason to, you know, thanks for the advice. Thumbs up, moved on. And then I was watching just TV the other night and I got a message saying, "You're a faggot."
Oh my God, really?
Wow.
Yeah, literally out of nowhere.
Wow.
So
Oh my God.
I know. I thought
Oh, man,
nice.
that's
I don't
unbelievable.
feel it, but so it said, send me an email back. I said, look, you've obviously got a problem. You know, just go fuck yourself, basically. And he just typed "lol faggot." That was his reply. So I went, whatever. So then I put it up on Twitter, but I didn't realize he's been saying it to Bills, Cheetah, Chivo Guides, Macca as well. You're all losing. I think he told Bills he's gonna die alone or something. And they're like, really? You're a nerd and you're gonna die alone? Like, really?
Bills is such a nice guy. Why would you? I don't.
I know. Like, literally, everyone is just so down to earth. All the content creators are just so chill, down to earth. But the guys over at Achievement Squad are feeling a bit left out because they haven't had the message yet. So if he does listen to this, send Achievement Squad a nasty message, please. guys are feeling left out.
Oh,
But
God.
yeah. So,
Welsh Hunter said to tell you.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Just
it.
like, what?
There's a good clip. We'll put that at the start of the show. Make sure no one misses it.
yeah, just gotta be the first thing.
Oh,
Uh,
that's how we qualify if we've made it or not, guys. That's the one metric.
Yep.
How
As
many?
soon as you
How
start
much
getting
hate
hate mail you
messages,
get?
you're in.
Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. Cameron,
I
any
mean,
other
look,
questions?
in our defense, we've had hate mail before.
Yeah, but that's usually just me sending you stuff. I don't know if that counts.
I meant that other podcast that.
Oh,
has-
that other. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. That we don't talk about.
Yeah, I mean.
We
no,
don't talk.
But you're gonna have to because you're saying, "Oh yeah," and I feel like there's a good story. I like stories.
I
So So Cameron keeps telling us that he doesn't stir the pot or cause drama. Every time he's like, what are you talking about? I don't cause drama. And I'm like, and then so like as Charlotte and I just go back and forth listing off events where he's just stirred the pot. We had so many.
Look,
we had heaps.
There were so many.
Okay, look, I don't think you should. Look, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. The whole podcast is not about it, but I don't think you should dedicate sections of your podcast for putting other people down.
No, I mean,
true.
No, that's true.
That's probably
that's a dick move.
And they won't be listening to this, so it's completely fine. But if they are, you know who we are.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Bunch of dicks.
That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Do you want to anything else, or do we want to move on?
I guess other than that, last question: any memorable achievements, fave uploads, fave completions, or like even like gaming sessions with other people in the community that you want to talk about?
You know what? BioShock 2 will always be my favorite for that, because the fucking online grind. And why developers do that? Why they put get to level 50, get to level 100 online multiplayer shit? I can't. Christ, I think it was about 2 weeks straight of like 6-hour boosting sessions. And this was back in the day, mind, where you like anyone new these days just getting into gaming will not know. But when you pick up the phone, when you picked up the house phone and the internet would cut out, anybody know?
Vaguely,
I had a dial-up connection to the age of 17.
I know that very well.
Farm
Jesus
life.
Christ. Oh, fuck. We're 3 hours into a session, and then my mother for about 2 hours. I do love my mother, but fucking get off the phone. Fucking she lives down the road. Walk.
Send a letter.
To be on the phone. I got important stuff going on. But yeah, BioShock 2. Basically, any grindy online achievements, I'm always happy with. Because I might not look it, but I'm quite a very anxious, shy guy. You might think, nah, you're just a twat. But no.
You can be both. You can be both. I mean, that's the thing. Right? Why limit yourself?
So when it comes to like, and that's why I haven't started any online games lately. Because Formula 1 games I love, but I just don't. I hate going online at the minute. So
yeah, I'm totally with you. I'm not one that plays well with others, and yeah, absolutely. Like there've been a lot of good community stuff around those boosting sessions, right? Like it's like, Cameron and I always try to find ways of wedging the podcast in there to get new listeners. I try to usually do it by going, oh hey, I'll talk about this on the podcast, and they go, oh, you guys do a podcast, and Cameron usually goes, hey guys, I do a podcast. You want to come listen to it? We have differing approaches, it's like that kind of thing.
That is a good approach.
I
do like that, Cam.
As subtle as a brick being thrown at you.
I mean, to be fair, his is probably more effective, so,
So my new one is now, I've actually just got to go and get ready for something. I've got a podcast later.
Yeah, right.
That's how I do it.
That's too subtle.
That's actually subtle.
That's perfect.
Well, I'll say that in the start of every video now. Look, the start. Oh, Welsh Hunter here. Oh, I'll be back now. Just going on to the podcast. People will go.
The podcast episode that I was on, that you should go check out. Oh yeah.
No, but okay. Yeah, like perfect example is Chivo. Yeah.
Chivo. Yeah.
Just like there's so many people that tell me just like the whole Chivo at the start of the video, they absolutely hate it. But everybody in the achievement hunting community knows it.
Everyone knows it.
Oh yeah, people have been Pavloved into that, right? It's like that. Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, I know exactly what's happening here.
So tell you what, then I'm gonna have to. All right, my intro's gone. It's quite average. It's fine. Has anybody watched the film Bruno?
Yes.
With Sasha.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah.
No. Do you know the video on the advert where he's swinging his knob around and his little?
Yeah.
I'm going to pop that at the start with the Welsh Hunter at the bottom. Yeah. Everyone will know that then.
Absolutely. You just meme it to hell.
Done.
They'll kill that basement cheese guys off, but...
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Everyone else.
Just lean into it. Oh, God. All right. Well, yeah, we should probably get into the news. Cameron, what have you found for us this week?
All right. First off, I just want to give a quick shout out to Bungie for being a good developer and making sure that the 2 Destiny 2 achievements for Forsaken did not become discontinued.
Yeah, they've changed the requirements.
Developers that fix their live service games to not discontinue their achievements are great in our books.
Who are you on about, Cam?
Yeah.
Who could you possibly be on about?
They wear an eye patch, possibly a pirate on their shoulder.
A pirate on their shoulder?
A pirate on their shoulder.
A pirate on their shoulder. Okay.
Like one on each? Like
I know.
Are we talking about strongmen again?
yeah, I was gonna say yes.
This is strongman stuff again, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like, it just comes back to that discussion of like, if you're going to do a live service game, stick by the majority, I should say majority of your community, and make sure that, like, especially achievement hunters, I know I'm not going to start something that's on TA's top 10 ratio games list if I cannot get the completion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's the achievements are stressy enough. How many people have gone, shit, I'm going to start it, and they're just getting pissed off because they can't do it, or they're struggling to get it. And that just adds the pressure then, doesn't it? An already hard achievement becomes more or less impossible because why? I still don't understand why they cut them off, to be honest. Because
I mean,
3 years old, 4 years old?
they state that it's to like it's for the people that have done it legit and all that, but like, I mean, it was 2% of the player base was playing Arena. You now have a whole bunch of achievement hunters rushing to get it done that are capable of getting it done. You piss them off because they've had to, they possibly could be working on Windows Phone, which is stressful enough, and they have to worry about Sea of Thieves. You've got a whole bunch of people that weren't Pirate Legend, like myself, that now are screwed out of completion. You got a whole bunch of people that would have wanted to start the game.
Yeah, like we were talking about doing exactly, like we were considering again, like it was on the well maybe we'll get a crew together and just kind of do that casually, but now that's out the window.
Like this year for me
mine
is
is mine. I'm gonna play it, but I'm only playing it with an alternate that I made.
Yeah, which is the it's still a great game, but I just I can't.
It puts a dampener on it.
Yeah. I can't support a first party studio owned by Microsoft doing something like this.
Yeah, it really feels like that they should be leading the charge on this. Like the fact that Destiny were like, oh no, we've heard that we're vaulting this content. We know that it's not great that we're doing this, but we need to. Here, we know people are going to have some issues with it. We're going to do everything we can to help that transition. Update the achievements, make them possible for other people. They're doing some stuff with gear and stuff and things like that, right? So,
I mean, with Bungie, there could be a whole discussion of actually, no, I paid for this content. Why are you vaulting it?
Yeah, true.
But I mean, at the end of the day, too, they're still making I'm mainly caring about the achievement list. The game's still allowing me to get the full completion. I'm not stressed.
Yeah.
I think it's quite clever from Bungie because they go, all right, how can we just score some brownie points with everyone? Our game's not particularly fantastic. I've never played it, so that's just what I've heard, to be honest. So they go, right, how can we make this? How can we look like the good guys?
Yeah,
screw you, Ray. We're just going to
update this show. Exactly, right? Like it's an easy thing, right? They just come out and say, oh yeah, we're going to do this good thing that we heard that Rare weren't doing.
Yeah.
Tactics Day.
Yeah.
Fucking clever bastard, isn't he?
It's like go back to the best example that I can think of, Aftercharge.
Yeah.
Because Aftercharge, they just all right, we don't have the population for it anymore, we're closing down the servers, but anybody that asks for a free code, we're going to give it to you, get it done by the end of
that was
the month after.
Yeah.
I talked to the community manager, what's the developer's name?
Chainsaw Awesome.
Yeah, Chainsaw Awesome. And I just said at the time, it's such a good idea. You've got so much goodwill with the achievement hunting community now. I know so many people that want to buy Night Squad 2 to support you guys.
And have done because of it.
Yep, I went on and bought it immediately.
Nice gesture, yeah. But
I said, be a good developer, and then you'll get your just reward. That's it. Yeah. It's like if you're a good person, you'll get, people will treat you good. If you're a dick, people will treat you like a dick. That's.
I'm well aware.
So yeah, I quickly wanted to touch base on that one. Leading on from that, Xbox has reintroduced Twitch streaming to the dashboard in a new update.
Yeah. What does this actually entail? I don't really is it just
I think it's just integration with Twitch, a lot better capability of streaming.
Right.
All right, so Microsoft is bringing Twitch streaming back to the Xbox dashboard. They first started testing the integration in October, and Twitch will now integrate into the Xbox Guide interface, complete with webcam support.
Right. So it's not just you streaming your own gameplay
Yeah, it's
through the app.
It's much more controllable. Like it used to be the case where it was integrated with the Xbox One dashboard, and you used to like use the Snap interface. I think I'd used it like once or twice back then, and like 2014.
No,
yeah, so
Mixer,
what you said, it's basically just Twitch doing what Mixer used to be able to do. It's nothing new, but like the fact that it's happening now,
and Mixer's been dead for a good while now, so.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, mate. To me, I've never streamed. I haven't started streaming yet. So to anyone new, that'll look fucking impressive. You go, oh shit,
That's
well,
great.
Xbox are. But obviously, like you said, if there's nothing new, because again, I haven't started streaming yet, so I'll come in handy for people who are new and.
Yeah. Well, Charlotte, you were getting a bit back into streaming, right? So that'll probably be a good
Yeah,
set.
that actually works perfectly for me because I was paying for a service and I can't actually pay for the service at the moment. So that's going to work better because now I don't have to pay for anything.
Yeah, that's great.
Right, come on, guys, pay Charlotte more. Come on,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, come on, get that money from
service,
Patreon,
mate.
guys.
Come on.
Well, they gave me a permanent host, so you know.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well done.
saying that, like before the podcast,
That's good.
I was thinking as well, like how nice it is just to do like say 2 hours of gameplay, just sample footage of like this is us playing this is what our thoughts are, go from there.
Yeah.
Like it allows us to do it a lot easier. So it's, I don't know if it's available. Oh, okay, it is available on Xbox One consoles and Series S and X.
Cool. Makes sense.
Yeah, now they just have to bring back Snap.
Yeah. Good luck.
Oh yeah, that was the best thing they ever done, apart from putting the comma in the achievements.
Yeah.
Putting the comma in the numbers. That's the two best things Xbox has done. That the two best things they've ever done.
I
got rid
don't
of one
know,
of them.
only because my 69 milestone, just having the comma in between there doesn't look right, but it's like no.
Could have done it earlier then.
We want
Yeah,
three
exactly.
sets of 69. We don't want two threesomes. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Whatever.
I don't know why the number 69 is funny.
But it just is.
It just is.
I'm
It
too
just
mature
is.
to get involved with.
It, like I've said
69.
before on this podcast, like
Not.
there's all these achievement hunters worrying about their 100k, 200k, 300k. You should be worrying about your 69. Should be worrying about your 80,000, 85.
Yeah.
Like all
420 is another one. God, all
420.
the stoners get the stoners
Yeah,
get a
69,
rock
420.
for a 420.
But yeah.
What else you got?
In terms of that, New Vegas 2. Fallout
Yeah,
New
there was-
Vegas 2.
So there were talks about this, right? I kind of heard the scuttlebutt around it, but I didn't really look into it. I'm very curious though because I loved. I
New
loved.
Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, like I like Fallout in general, like Fallout 3 and New Vegas, and Fallout 4 is okay. It's still decent, still a decent game, but yeah, not as good as the other ones.
So, Jeff Grubb originally spoke about this on his Giant Bomb show, Grubb's Snacks. Basically, they've just, like, very early in talks. There's not really much other than this, that they're just tossing around the idea.
Ideas floating around, yeah. I think we're going to see that a lot, though, aren't we? We're going to see that with a lot of games which people have been asking for. Probably not even been asking for.
Yeah, sure.
They can do it now.
I think... I don't think a lot of the community understands how strong Obsidian is in terms of the company. Like, you think out of nowhere, like, Grounded. The success Grounded has had.
True, and that's a small team as well. It's not even like their main. That was kind of like a side project that they did that they're working on.
I think it was like a year or two ago they went on a massive hiring spree, and I'm really curious. Like, there was another rumor floating around of Microsoft in talks about another game. I didn't include the details here, but just because I thought this was a more interesting story. But
Well, they're still working on Avowed, right?
they're working on Avowed. That's another one I'm really keen for. I don't know if that releases this year or next year though. Because I mean,
Yeah.
like COVID and everything still.
Yeah, they haven't really because we saw that the sort of cinematic trailer for it years ago, and that's kind of it, right? We haven't really.
Was it like E3 last year?
Oh no, it was earlier than
It
that.
was earlier than that. All right.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a
COVID time just all blends together.
Yeah, right. I don't. Yeah, it's 2022, Cameron, which is
Yeah.
fucking scary.
I know my daughter turns 3 next week, and I'm like, what the
When
fuck?
the fuck did that happen? Yeah.
Ah, cute, man. My daughter turns 3 next month.
Oh,
The month after. What month is it?
it's end of Feb, I think.
Feb. Month
Yeah.
after.
There you go.
That's cute, man. Happy birthday.
Really, really looking forward to going
Next
to the zoo next weekend with her. Should be pretty fun. But...
Mhm.
Well, I can't wait to go to Peppa Pig World, so you probably got it better than me.
Peppa Pig.
Man.
Oh no.
Oh god.
But I think
Big
I
bacon head.
remember when Bethesda got acquired, everyone was like, "Oh shit, Microsoft owns Bethesda and Obsidian now. We might actually see a New Vegas too." And everyone laughed about it because they were like, "That's not going to happen because of what happened with Obsidian and how they were like, this was we love this game, but holy shit, was this a nightmare to work on?
Yeah.
That we had to like rush out and we didn't get paid our bonuses because it was 1 point down on Metacritic.
You
It
think
was
now?
79
though,
instead of 80.
think now. Microsoft's going to give them the time.
Yeah, oh for sure.
It's not going to be it's not going to be a quick job. It's going to have the resources. Like, you can already tell with a lot of the games coming out from Microsoft First Studios now, they're borrowing tools from other studios. Like,
Yeah,
I'm really excited for anything the Coalition are touching.
That's kind of the down with corporations
Sorry.
and yeah, right.
Sorry.
down with corporations and fuck the man and all that sort of stuff because it's like because consolidation of mega corps buying everything is the worst thing ever. But on the plus side, they do get to collaborate, and it means that when it's like, oh, Bethesda and Obsidian don't want to work together, and it's like Microsoft's like, well, I own both of you now, so you're going to make a fucking game. And it's like you guys got to sit down and you're going to make this fucking game and you're going to like it. It's going to sell a shitload of money and we're all going to get rich.
And to be honest, the other part of that as well is the amount of bitter tears that have come from the hardcore PlayStation fans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, console wars to me are just fucking dumb.
Oh yeah,
They are
absolutely.
dumb.
Just fucking
They're both wicked consoles, but Microsoft they're ruining. Microsoft ruining the gaming industry by acquiring, and you're like, what? How? Well, because you can't get it. First,
Yeah, I think it's smart how Microsoft's done, set up this generation, though, because you can go, you could say, hey, I'm a massive PS5 fan, I'm buying it for the exclusives, I'm buying it for God of War and Spider-Man and all that kind of stuff, but I'm worried about Call of Duty going away, for example.
Sure.
Series S is, the perfect option to get into that.
Oh,
Series
sure.
S, bundled Game Pass, you're set.
Yeah, literally, because it's all going to come out in Game Pass, isn't it?
Yeah,
The
of
Call of
course.
Duty games,
Of course.
they're all going to come out. So, but I should mention, Game Pass is a wonderful. It's a wonderful inclusion. Just £11. Trying to get a sponsorship. Remember that whole tweets that were going around
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
when they were going, "Oh, Game Pass is shit money." That is.
No,
Why are you
no
wasting
games on
£11 a
Game
month?
Pass. That's absolutely. What are you talking about? Yeah, there's
Yeah.
not a single game on Game Pass. Worst deal in gaming. That's
There's
what
no
I've heard.
games for
Yeah, what's
Xbox.
this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I swear, the entire end of last year, my entire trending on Twitter was Game Pass. Every single week.
It's always something.
Yeah.
But yeah, not much else other than that. Do we want to quickly touch base on the Ukraine stuff?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
All right. So, if you haven't been watching the news,
if you've been living under a rock,
Somehow.
Yeah.
the Russian army has decided to just set up shop in Ukraine.
yeah, they're visiting.
Yeah. Which is scary as all
Not
fuck.
for an apple
but-
pie either.
Look,
Not for
I'm-
McDonald's.
No.
yeah, it's
No.
it's scary as fuck the last few days, but it's been interesting seeing some of the game developers, the messages they've been putting out, and one that I quickly wanted to shout out was 11-Bit Studios. They put out a tweet, I believe yesterday, maybe the day before, pretty much just stating that, fuck the war, that they're putting out This War of Mine, their game, for the next 7 days. All profits of This War of Mine, all its DLCs on all stores and all platforms will go to a special fund. A week from now, this money will be donated to the Ukrainian Red Cross to directly support victims of war in Ukraine. On top of that, I believe CD Projekt Red donated 1 million.
Yeah.
What currency?
Will it be Polish? So I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, 1 million Polish equivalent of I don't know, 1 million. Yeah, I'm not good with the currencies, but you know, like stuff like that. It's
Not dollary dues.
not dollars, not dollars.
Not dollary dudes.
So yeah, it's scary to think about.
But
But
we
yeah,
touched up, didn't we, Ken? We said we didn't realise just how many game developers and stuff there are.
there's
out in
a
Ukraine.
whole bunch.
Pretty good.
Like even the ones in Russia as well.
Yeah, and Russia, of course.
GSC,
yeah.
Game World, makers of Stalker 2 that's coming out in December. They wrote a statement saying our country woke up with sounds of explosions and weapons fire, but is ready to defend its freedom and independence for it remain strong and ready for anything. I've seen some, like, I obviously dealing with social media and all that kind of stuff and having real interest in it and community management. I've seen a lot of posts go out to community managers on Twitter saying like, hey, game's been down or something. Like, just all I ask anybody that's doing this kind of stuff, take 2 fucking minutes to look up where these developers and publishers are situated and think maybe there's some bigger priorities at the moment. Work on something on your backlog. That's not one of these, but
yeah, no worries, just for you. Look, I'll fix the achievements.
Yeah,
Just ignore the gunfire and
Zedlon will push their next update. You know, that's the kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They're based in Ukraine as well, as has been pointed out in the chat. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
And yeah, from us here, I fucking really hope that this is ended sooner rather than later by peace talks and
big time. Yeah, fucking big time.
And fuck Putin, yeah.
Yeah, fucking hope his
100%.
cheeseburger egg gets bashed in, yeah.
Yep,
Fucking
absolutely.
cheeseburger head. Fucking prick.
All right. And now, moving on from that. Want to?
I was going to say the last thing I was quickly going to touch base on is Steam Next Fest is live, which is essentially like hundreds and hundreds of demos of games. TA run an article just the other day, basically just going like, hey, we just had a little look of like what's on offer, what you keep an eye out on. And I wanted to quickly just go through their list of games, some games that we picked that we recommend, and then just go from that. Because I know personally for me, like AAAs aren't hitting as big. Like I bought Dying Light 2 last week. I'm already immediately over it.
Yeah.
Fucking like Dreamscaper all this month. Like fucking loved it. Like I love indie games at the moment, and I can't get enough of them. So yeah, starting off, coming to Xbox, The Wandering Village. I'm not sure if anybody else has heard of it other than me, but it's essentially a city builder where your settlement happens to be on the back of a huge, potentially wandering creature called Ubu. Basically, like a big
Ubu?
Ubu.
Up me?
What?
Buy me a drink first, at least.
Up me? Up you?
So it's essentially like toxic spores are taking over the world. You're on the back of this giant creature. Just as a city builder kind of sim. And I saw it when I went to a community manager conference back last year to deal with some Canadian devs. And it looks awesome. And I'm very keen to check it out when it hits Game Pass. Another one, Scave.
Yeah, they showed a thing about that last week, right? You were talking about it.
Yeah, so they showed, I think there was a trailer that dropped for it just a few days ago. Gives me real like Doom, but like Doom single player, but it does have co-op as well.
Okay.
So I'm really interested in it. They describe it as fast-paced, blood-soaked classic FPS, in which the title character Scave, enforcer of the Legions of Hell. We have one objective: grab the Hellstones and escape the maze. Unfortunately, that maze is infested with demonic evil, at which point the relentless bullet hell-fueled combat begins. There's been
Sounds pretty fit, yeah.
Yeah, sounds great.
I would highly suggest too, if you're looking for something, like if you're really interested in, something to tide you over in the meantime, bullets per, I think it's bullets per minute, BPM.
Yeah.
Like music-based kind of Doom action, where you're basically killing things to a beat. It's a really interesting concept. It's fucking hard as balls, but it was very fun to dive.
I'd be shit at that.
I mean, like
Me
it
too.
is challenging as fuck, but I really enjoyed it.
Just touching back to that first game,
Yep.
do you wonder sometimes if the developers have a little and go, right, what game do we make?
Exactly. It's like,
big fuck off turtle, and we'll just build a fucking city on it.
Yeah, they were like, okay, I'm gonna eat these magic mushrooms, and I'm gonna pick a Terry Pratchett book at random, and we're just gonna go from there.
Right.
I mean, like we have had the Artful Escape in Game Pass before.
That's true. Artful Escape is very much.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that was.
It's like, it's amazing.
That
Like
was acid.
fucking colored acid trip, but
yeah,
like at the same time.
That's probably why I liked it.
Yeah, that's.
fair.
It's like you're on acid without being on acid. It just,
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
much cheaper.
Exactly.
Next one, Harvest Days. So basically a farming and life sim set to launch on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and X in Q4 2022. Usual deal with farming and life sims in Harvest Days would dish out life to the city to start anew on the countryside. Harvest Days is an open world game where you can keep busy gardening, harvesting, trading, fishing, farming, exploring, and more.
All right, so it's
Facebook farming then.
It's Farmville.
yeah,
It's
right. Yeah, I was
Farmville.
gonna, yeah. So
Facebook farming.
it's
Oh my
Lawnmower
God.
Sim meets Stardew Valley. Sure,
Oh, God.
great.
I know. I'm always interested to see whether it's like just the usual, you know.
I mean, I'm gonna be
cookie
honest. It
cutter.
sounds dull as
Yeah.
fucking shit. I'm like I don't know anything about.
You're not
the
you're not the market.
I'm definitely not the target demographic. That's 100% sure. There is not
Matt
enough
is not the
standards.
kind of person that we will see in 30 years retiring to the farm life and.
No, I will.
No.
I will be on the other side of the old yellow shotgun if that's the case. I'll tell you that right now.
God.
At least you got something to look forward to, Matt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like that nuclear apocalypse and water wars and yeah, exactly. Retiring out to a farm. It's all the same to me, really.
Jeez. All right, going on the other two that are hitting, definitely hitting Xbox are The Last Crew. It's an action RPG that blends together sci-fi and medieval elements. It's set on a distant planet. It plays Silver, who wakes up from a cryosleep to find himself in the midst of a civil war. He has some influence over the outcome of the war, and the devs add that every decision has consequences.
Looks really cool. It looks really cool.
It looks really cool. I hate when devs go like, every decision that you make has consequences. Like, I don't like the Walking Dead bullshit of
It's
like...
funny because I'm
Clementine,
the opposite.
remember this?
I like that stuff. Yeah,
Me too. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. You know, have
Like,
some, most of it is bullshit, right? Like
Yeah.
most of it, it's like, oh, he's wearing a red shirt instead of a blue shirt, and it's like, okay, well, this character survived and this character didn't. It doesn't really make much of a difference because, like, you know, what developer is going to make 50,000 different choices? But who cares? Like, you have a bit more agency. It's a bit more interesting.
Yeah. I get it.
I enjoy it.
I want a true game that like carries some weight to that statement though. Like, hey, we're actually gonna change things up. But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It could never be as bad as Mass Effect.
Right, you Mass Effect 3 especially.
First three
Holy shit.
games just to be blown up in different colours in the end anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, don't even get me started. Do not even get me started. Holy shit. I've got the Legendary Edition sitting here. I got it for Christmas. I haven't started playing through it yet because I haven't had time. But I'm just like, I'm going to get to the end of 3 and just experience that hate all over again.
See, there's nothing wrong with a bit of hate, is there?
No, exactly. Yeah, it's the internet.
Just to boil up the blood, keep your adrenaline flowing and stuff.
What we can do to re-experience our favorite games again? What can we do to re-experience our fucking most hated decisions in video games?
I mean, make me play
Get me
through
to play them.
Yeah, right, exactly. Misery loves company. That's the correct answer. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Charlotte, have you heard of this game Wolfenstein 2? It's real simple.
Fuck you.
Don't worry
No.
about it. Like, you get all the achievements in one go. It's super easy.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm such a sadist that every now and then my mind just keeps on going back, just like, do I really want to like bust my balls and get a really fucking hard completion just to call people out?
I mean, if you get Mein Leben, you get all the kudos.
I mean, like, I want an achievement though that's
Do it.
just like it's just on the difficulty level of going like, Matt, you need to fucking do this because I've done it.
Valak does that all the time with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Doom Eternal from him this week is the perfect example of it. It's just
Yeah,
like
that's why I'm starting
everybody's
it.
complaining about it being hard. It's like
Why you
fucking-
installed it today?
Yeah, so I'm gonna
be very interesting. And the last one, games that hitting that are hitting Xbox. Sorry, I shouldn't say that hitting Game Pass. Is Silt, a dark and atmospheric horror puzzler in which you dive deep into the ocean and come across long-forgotten mysteries.
Cool. So like kind of like a Cthulhu sort of puzzle game. That seems interesting.
I really like the art style. There's some other games here, but we don't know if they're hitting Xbox, so I'm not really going to go into them. From this, though, I thought I would quickly just touch base. Like, we already talked about Scaife and The Wandering Village, I'm very keen for. The other 3 games that I'm very keen for this year are all coming out from Devolver Digital. So they're all being published by Devolver Digital.
Love Devolver Digital.
They just...
The games are class. Yeah.
They're, how they show off the games, too, at E3 is just fucking mint.
They get it. They understand.
They understand. We're here for the trailers, and we just want stupid tech. Like, they are the Welsh Hunter level of E3 conferences, you know?
I can't wait to get to E3.
I was going to say, you should ask them for a spot on the show, yeah.
But the other 3 games that I am very interested in coming out are Cult of the Lamb, which is developed by Massive Monster, who did the Adventure Pals. They have like a really cute, artsy style to most of their games. Essentially, it is about starting your own cult in a land of false prophets, venturing out into diverse and mysterious regions to build a loyal community of woodland worshippers and spread your word to become the one true cult. It gives me like Happy Tree, like it doesn't look like it, but it gives me Happy Tree Friends vibes.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. All right.
Like, I don't know. When I hear cults and I hear, like, I see that kind of art style.
Woodland Critters and Cults. Anyway, if anyone watches South Park,
yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woodland Critters.
Just watch the trailer.
Banging each other in
Yeah,
blood.
that's exactly what I want this game to be. Apparently, it's like a roguelite. The trailer looks fucking amazing. Even
the artwork that's come out.
Massive Monster, Aussie developers, so I'm really fucking hoping they're at PAX this year because I really want to pick their brain. But yeah, it's one of my most anticipated releases of this year, and I'm really hoping it comes out. Like, hopefully they have a release date soon.
Okay, right.
Weird West, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Actually, I'll talk about it now. It is hitting Game Pass next month. It is another one published by Devolver. It is survive and unveil the mysteries of the Weird West through intertwined destinies of its unusual heroes. An immersive sim from the co-creators of Dishonored and Prey. Looks very interesting. And it's Devolver, so I'm going to play it.
Yeah, I love Prey and I love Dishonored, so that sounds great.
And the last one I have that isn't coming to Xbox, but I'm really hoping it does in the future, also being published by Devolver, is Card Shark. I'll be honest, I have no idea how this is going to play. I fucking love the art style. It is an adventure game full of cunning, intrigue, and delectable deceit. Enter a world where you'll need to play your opponents better than you play your cards. So, to me, it has like poker vibe kind of gameplay from what I've seen. Mm-hmm. But just the art style sold me alone.
All right. Okay. Interesting.
And if it has a good story, fucking, kudos. Plus.
Hey, Cam, what was the first developer?
First one?
Massive Monster.
Yeah.
Massive. I tell you, funny story. I had a Massive Monster once, and then I had kids. That was a little monster. Oh, sorry. I tried so hard not to say that, but
you really did try hard. I can see it.
I waited as well, and I thought, oh, should I?
So red in the face just from.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
But...
Sorry.
Tell me, you guys, what games are you like? What games are you anticipating coming out?
Charlotte, you want to go first?
My game's not an Xbox game though.
That's fine. One of mine was an Xbox game.
Okay, because I've seen a trailer for it and it looks so cute. Cyberpunk cat.
A Stray.
That just wanders around. Yeah, Stray, and it's like a third-person cat adventure game set amongst detailed neon-lit alleys of a decaying cyber city. That just sounds amazing. Like, I want to wander around as a cat in a cyberpunk universe.
It's got like a little vest and stuff. It looks great.
A little backpack.
That reminds me. Can you remember when we were at PAX the dog dating sim?
Vaguely. We saw a lot of games at PAX.
I heard stories of this.
Oh God, yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
You get to be.
I want it to come to
as
Xbox, but it's
dickish.
not.
It will. They normally do, don't they? Eventually.
Yeah. Usually.
Yeah,
Can you be as
eventually.
dickish as a cat? Can you be like, oh, I'm so happy, so let me still claw you in the neck? And
Yeah. So yeah.
I want Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah,
want
pretty
that.
much. Right, yeah.
That would be amazing,
But
but
with
cat.
more blood.
me.
Yeah.
Stress levels on that. Jesus Christ. Untitled cat game where you could just knock stuff off to be a dick.
Yeah. He
And
just
you
like.
can't do nothing because cats are cute.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You have to roll over and be cute when they get annoyed at you, and then you have to go and fucking attack them when they're not looking.
And they can go and use this spiky
That's
dick
true.
attack on you then. Because that's right, Nick. Cats have got spiky dicks, right? I'm not. That's why female cats scream.
Well,
Is
yeah.
that
That's
right?
it's a yeah. I
I
mean,
don't know.
I mean, you're just dropping facts here.
I think you're mostly right because you get to play
We've
the game.
devolved into cat facts.
I mean, yeah, that's the game you play.
Alternative cat facts. There we go.
Whenever you hear like cat noises outside, you get to play fucking or fighting, and you're like, okay, which one is it? I'm not quite sure. It's one or the
No,
other,
look.
you know.
I'm
That's the
concerned. We
DLC in
can
that
we can
Cyberpunk
build a
cat game.
profile off you, Welsh. Like we've got the paparazzi video where you're talking about Red
Oh,
Rocket. We've got this.
Oh yeah.
That's South Park.
Is
When you
this
fucking
going
South
to be
Park.
your calling card? Talking about animal genitals in your video?
I mean,
I won't go.
this is
too
a very
much
different
on
conversation.
pills. I think
Uh,
I'll probably get cancelled
Yeah,
if I
probably.
talk because Basement Cheese will probably, he'll amass a whole crew of.
He's gonna find us
animal
now.
balls and-
Oh, no,
yeah,
yeah.
he won't.
That's fine. Like, at least we know we made it. 100%.
Yeah,
I've got like a couple of I got maybe like 3 games of I'm interested in a lot of stuff, but 3 that sort of stood out to me for a while is Tunic, obviously, which has been in development forever.
Which is April Game Pass,
I think it's April. So looking like a Legend of Zelda style with kind of a Dark Souls tinge to the difficulty.
yeah.
Looks really, really good. Like the art style's been really good. I know they had them on like the Giant Bomb couch a few times to talk about the game. So I was like, I learned about it there years ago, and yeah, really, really interesting. So I definitely want to play that. And then on the other side of things, Planet of Lana, which I think we saw at last year's E3, I think.
I think so.
Which is the sort of that really beautiful pastel sort of watercolor, side scroller with the cute little creatures, and like it looks all like bright, and I think it's coming from like a Swedish studio. So that looks really good. And then on the total other side of that is Somerville, which is from some developers who were originally with the Limbo devs, now doing their own thing. I think it was called, was it like Escape Ship or something was their developer? But yeah, that looks really, really good. Like really like dystopian alien robots have invaded, and like everything's dark and like shadowy, and like it has like a really sort of sharp art style, a lot of like jagged edges. The trailer for that was they did I think at the same time, and it looks really, really good, really kind of spooky. So I'm hoping for kind of like a Little Nightmares kind of style vibe, mixed with maybe some Limbo, and hopefully without a no death achievement in there.
Can't beat a no death achievement. Achievements like that ruin a game for me.
100%. Yeah, I just want to play through it at my own pace and not have to. I don't like speed running, and I don't like having to do stuff without fucking it up because I fuck up all the time.
Exactly.
Just give me games that are like just upgrade everything, or
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
yeah,
play
beat
for
the
the
Yeah,
story.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't mind a bit of grinding. You
Sure.
got to do a bit of
Okay. I
collectibles
can
and
deal
stuff
with
like
that.
that.
I mean, it
don't
depends on
mind
how
that.
it is. Like, you don't want something like, perfect example, I was using your guide for Hypnospace Outlaw the other day. And it is such a good game.
Yeah, I used to
And
go
then
as
it's
well
like
for that.
4 hours plus of fucking
That,
grind.
I didn't bother in the end. It deleted my save halfway through doing all the shit at the end.
Jesus.
I mean, 800 out of 1,000 is still pretty good, but
Yeah, I thought because my one mate said, "Right, quick, it's going off Game Pass. Do it." I thought, "Nah, you fuck right up." I'm not sitting there for 5
You
hours.
should have
again.
valaked it.
yeah,
I should-
exactly right.
See, I should have had you, Charlotte. You should have been telling me what to do. Like I wouldn't have fucked up so much then, probably.
I mean, I've been told I'm bossy
Yeah, yeah. That's
a number of times.
it's a true statement. Welsh, is there anything in particular you're looking forward to that's coming out in the indie space?
Well, I'm checking out a couple. I'm trying not to say "here" so much because Welsh people say "here," and "year," which is
Same.
"ear,"
Yeah.
"year," "ear," and whatever
There?
the fuck the other one is. So I'm trying not to say that. But a couple of games. Soulflow looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you already mention, Cam? Is it Ixion or Ixion?
No,
Did you
no,
mention
I don't
that?
think
It's like a space. It's like a space. Yeah, I love all the space station games. So there was what the fuck is on Game Pass? Observation.
Yeah.
Yep, great game. Yeah.
Yeah, really enjoyed that one. And what was the other? Can't remember.
I can visualize like you walk outside and there's like red, like a really red planet.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't think of what it is.
Red Planet?
Bring us the moon. Bring us the moon.
Oh, Bring Us the Moon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Bring Us
it.
the Moon was
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that was good.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you, David.
Yes,
Red
but yeah,
Planet.
Like it's
Yeah.
like just the terrain, like it's like your dirt kind
okay.
of Mars kind of setting. Yeah.
yeah, stuff like that is really, really cool. Like space adventures are just awesome. Which is why I want to play. I haven't played Moons of Madness yet either. I don't know if anyone else will play Moons of Madness, but yeah, there's a game, Ixion or Ixion. I don't even know how to pronounce that. It does look pretty cool. And like I said, anything space adventure-y. But yeah, there's nothing that really springs to mind. Nothing that really jumps out at me.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I don't get a lot of time to sort of sit there and take a look at sort of what's coming. I'll have a quick look on like TA if what's coming out in the next sort of couple of weeks, and they put it on as a news item as well. So I'll have a quick look. But yeah, there's I try to have a look a couple of weeks in advance so I can try and get a code. Try and be a cheeky bastard and get a developer's code, like, because you know, do you remember back in the day, you never used to, I mean, in British pounds anyway, when the games were like 30 quid, yeah, that's not bad. Now you look at a game that's like 16, 17 pounds, and you think, you fucking cheeky bastard, I'm paying 16 pounds for a game.
Yeah.
It's under a tenner or it's nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm waiting for a sale. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't. Physically, if I got to pay 50, 60 quid for a game, I did for Assassin's Creed, and I bought it with a new Series X.
Yeah.
And I thought, right, £100 for the season pass and that, perfect, no worries. And then the cheeky bastards are bringing out another DLC and asking for another 30 quid.
Yep.
Fucking shove it up your ass. But I'll probably buy it when it's on sale.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Which
That always
is
helps.
annoying, like.
It's like
Yeah, you still want to play it.
Finally.
Yeah, you should be not happy about it.
it's like Rebellion, bloody fucking free 4 season passes. It's on
Yeah.
the Army 4.
Yeah, they just will not let it go. They're just like, oh, yeah, you know, one new map, season pass.
$50
Pay
to
up.
$60 a season
Wow.
pass. Just drop
Isn't
it,
it?
drop it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then just add like, all right, cool. You've only got like 3 sets of 10G achievements. They don't even give you the good stuff. 200 or nothing, buddy.
Yeah, it's 200. Or if you're going to be paying another $25, $30 or pound or whatever, at least bump that up to 500, 600, 700.
Yeah, easy.
700
Come on.
Gs.
Do it.
Don't be thinking,
Well, why not
Yeah,
go for
I
the
mean-
like 1,000? Like we won't.
Yeah, but yeah,
complain.
Might
Zedlog
as
just
well.
gives them away.
yeah, they do today. You sort of wake up and go, right, I'll press the start button, and that's 1,000 Gs.
Easy. I'm done for the day. Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
so
if they
yeah.
give you something decent, it doesn't feel like a chore. If you're just doing 10G title update or
Yeah.
season pass,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like, what's the point? But
Yeah,
exactly.
most of my indie stuff or stuff like that is Cameron's played it and tells me to play it, and I go and play it. Or Charlotte does that, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, because it's
And
impossible
then
to
you
keep
don't
up.
play it.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I played one this week.
You did this week, but I've been telling you to play Paparazzi for like 3 weeks, and then this is the
Alright.
first time you've played one that I've told you to play,
Yeah, okay, but Paparazzi is like
and you beat it before me. You dig?
that's
I'll do
Paparazzi.
Paparazzi. I need to keep for my streak, just so I got that in the back pocket.
So
Yeah.
you got lucky and didn't get bugged out
Yeah,
because the devs of that game need to sort that. Like loads of people have said, I just can't unlock achievements. It's just not fucking working, which is a
Oh,
shame because it's a cute game.
yeah.
Even though I did talk about,
Red Rocket. Yeah,
Red
exactly.
Racket.
There's problems with it, like in the menus and that too. Like half the descriptors just blank out for me.
Yeah, but I said, like you said just now, Matt, in terms of you play when everyone else tells you to play a game. That's what it's like. I won't know about a game until somebody puts it up on Twitter or somebody messages
Yeah.
me and goes, "Oh, have you checked it?" I'm thinking, well, fucking hell,
I haven't even
that's
heard of
pretty
it. Yeah. Cameron was talking about Dreamscaper last week, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's like Hades, but it's like kind of it's got a little bit more polish and it's a bit easier." I'm like, oh shit, I've never even heard of this game. It sounds great. I'll definitely give it a look.
And I mean, like, it only hit Game Pass like a week before, so
Sure,
it was
but
new.
still, like, you know, yeah, it's like even before, like, again, no pre-release stuff or anything.
Pre-AAA devs going their own way, creating that game.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good.
Do you want to? All right, we should probably move on because we've been
Yeah.
for a little bit.
All right.
Do
I'll
you-
quickly
go
go through the Games of Gold and Game Pass.
Yeah.
Flame of the Flood. Next month is the Flame of the Flood, Street Power Soccer, Sacred 2, Fallen Angel, and SpongeBob's Truth or Square.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob is great.
I'm
Like, fully happy with next month just for SpongeBob.
Yeah,
Because I don't think anybody's got a completion in Street Power Soccer.
Oh, geez, yeah. And I'd like that I don't have to get up to put my Sacred 2 disc in the Xbox anymore. So that's helpful. Good.
That's all Games of Gold needs to do for us. It just needs
Pretty
to
much, it's like,
fill
yeah,
in
just like-
the digital
yeah.
library.
Basically.
In terms of games that are in Game Pass, we've already pretty much said on previous episodes like what's came out in Feb, but stuff hitting next month that we're looking forward to. I've changed my background image at the moment for Far Changing Tides, which looks pretty cool. That's hitting March 1st. We have Shredders coming out on March 17th, which I know Nikita, my partner, is so excited for because she loves the SXX games. And Memoir Blue, which I'm also excited for because it is Annapurna.
Annapurna. Oh, they're
Looks
another
amazing.
top publisher.
Can't fault them
Yeah.
except for 12 minutes.
Except for
Yeah.
that.
Hey, the gameplay was
I mean,
okay.
the
We
game
all
was good.
agree the gameplay
It's-
was great.
It's just
Yeah.
And then he
like
started banging his
yeah.
sister, and then you went, "How did the fuck did that happen?"
And then you just go, ooh,
yeah.
Yeah, it cut.
that is
there's a
not what I
sign,
signed
isn't
up for.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a really cool mechanic. I really enjoy this game. Get to the end. What the fuck? What
Yeah.
the fuck have I done?
Why have you got 6 thumbs? Ah, makes sense.
That explains it. Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
also, did any of that happen? Anyway.
I'm really excited for Remember Blue. There was another game I saw this week that got confirmed to come in Game Pass. I can't remember what it is at the moment, but they just Annapurna have hits coming out, in my opinion. Crusader Kings 3 is hitting
They're doing real well.
console on March 29th, and we have Weird West, which I talked about previously, hitting on March 31st, which I'm very fucking keen for. So yeah, some really good. Feb was a little bit dry towards the end of the month for Game Pass. Most of the stuff that was coming out was like cloud versions or stuff that was pre-existing. So hopefully we get these and just a few other bangers filtered in with the month. Leaving Game Pass, we have Hypnospace Outlaw, Killer Queen Black, Stuff in 2, Tuhu Lunar Nights, and all on 28th of Feb, and then Timeful leaving EA Play on 1st of March for console and PC.
They'll all be gone by the time this comes out.
Yeah, they'll be all.
yes.
If you're watching live right now, I would probably.
We've got 2 days.
Yeah, I'd probably recommend that you do either Lunar Nights or Hypnospace Outlaw. There's no way in hell you're going to get Killer Queen Black done, and Stealth Inc. 2 is got a one discontinued, I believe.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it anyway.
For that, nah.
It's a shot.
I would highly recommend do Lunar Nights.
Yeah, Lunar Nights
Very
is cool.
enjoyable game.
I like the game.
But only if you're, listening now and not 2 days in the future. Sorry, guys. Anyway, games that we've been playing.
All right, I'll go
yeah.
first. Just get mine out of the way. I have not been playing a huge amount this week. I finished up Resident Evil 5 with again another Kyo joint. He's been helping me out with a lot of stuff after I finished the Division. So I had one achievement left for doing Desperate Escape on professional difficulty, and we didn't actually have as much trouble as we thought we were going to have. We did get to the end, and then Kyo had to run and take the dog out, and we died, and then it dropped us back to the main menu because he didn't hit continue fast enough. So we were a little bit salty about that. But we got back to it, and we had a really, really good run and managed to get it done, I think, in like an hour or so. So that was really surprising because I've had that one sitting there since fucking whenever that DLC came out, 6 years ago. Yeah, missed it by 1 second. Yeah, so really unfortunate. So yeah, finally got that done, which is great. We're probably going to do the same thing on the Xbox One version relatively shortly. I finished up Need for Speed Most Wanted, the 2012 edition. I had a few DLC achievements left that I just had never gotten back to. And so I just decided I was going to sit down and do like the 90 or so races that I had to finish. So I just sat there and drove those, and it was actually relatively straightforward once I kind of remembered how to drive a car. because again, it's been a while since I've driven in real life because fucking where am I going to go? COVID is skyrocketing. And then Charlotte suggested game that she talked about last week. Olesia. Was it last week? Aaliyah?
Olia, yeah, last week.
Yeah. Is that any good?
Olia.
Yeah, it was actually quite interesting. Another Devolver joint. So it's a side-scrolling platform with some very light Metroidvania elements, like very, very light. Most of it's about sort of combat and a few puzzle-solving stuff, where you have a harpoon that you can throw and then teleport to. The combat's relatively straightforward. The puzzles aren't too difficult. Most of the achievements are good, relatively straightforward. There's a few collectible ones, a couple of combat ones, that kind of stuff. But the only thing is that like there are quite a few missables, and it has the cardinal sin of when you finish like a dungeon, you can't go back to it. So if you miss anything, you're fucked. There are
just that one specific castaway that you want to make sure that you get. Like there's 10 castaways total, but there's one that if you miss it, you have to do a second playthrough.
Yeah, which is the one.
Full playthrough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't do that either. If I got to do a second full playthrough, I won't bother.
Yeah, right, exactly. I think it's a short game. Like I did it in just under 5 hours. But yeah, I really liked it. It's all told through like it's quite a minimalist art style, like pixel art, but like very blocky rather than kind of I don't really very chunky. I don't quite know what the fuck's going on. I'll be honest. It doesn't really explain a lot. A lot of it's kind of up for interpretation. But yeah, like I recommend it. Like it's a short game. There's a pretty good walkthrough that I use that'll get you all the achievements. So nothing to worry about. Actually there's a little bit of challenge to it, but like it's not like it's got like a 1.9 ratio on TA, and if you include how Game Pass games always get like a almost like a 0.5 like a 0.4 bump, so it's probably like a 1.5. So it's got a little bit of challenge and a little bit of collectibles and that kind of stuff, but nothing major. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. I'm glad Charlotte pointed me in that direction. And then we also did a little bit of Advanced Warfare. We run just before this and went really fucking well.
I'm so glad I said let's just one more.
I'm glad. I'm glad we did it. So we did the Easter egg for the last map, and then we rolled straight into the double feature and managed to fucking pull clutch on that one.
First
try. Yep. We nearly fucked it on round 19.
All right.
Well done, lads.
Just so you don't fucking try and twist the conversation.
Yep.
I'm not.
No,
Matt.
So it was me. It was me, Matt, Shadowed Sly, and Martel. Everything was going perfect up until wave 18.
I was getting shit. I did not get anything good. I did not get a good weapon the entire run through until like wave 17, and at that point I got a crossbow, which when I shot into a zombie, nothing happened to it. So I was just running around in circles, just trying to keep the zombies away from me. All right, that's me. Martel is with me, and he's like, I need to hit the box, and he goes and hits the box, and then he just gets fucking mauled to death and killed immediately. And so he was the one killing the zombies that were chasing me. So suddenly his group that he was leading suddenly turns around, and I'm fucking Shaun of the Dead surrounded. Right, I'm doing my best zombie impression. I'm not getting out of there alive. All right, we'll just go with that. All right.
So me and Sly at the same time on opposite ends of the map, we're holding our own because Sly RNG God fucking pulls out the blunderbuss first try out of the box.
Best weapon in the box.
And me, I've had a few shit rolls, but I got an S12, which is like the best shotgun in the fucking map. And then just putting everything I had into that. And then anybody that doesn't know about this achievement is basically you have to complete the Easter egg to access double feature, unless you've already done it on the 360 version. Double feature is a fucking prick of an achievement because essentially you're working in black and white. You only get points from killing stuff, you only get points from killing zombies, not from actually shooting them like you do in normal zombies. There's also everything's just fucking hard to see.
Yeah,
there's a lot of visual cues removed.
Yeah, but most of your HUD's gone, so you can't see where your other players are. You don't know how much ammo you have left in your clip. You don't even know what level your gun is. And these zombies are twice as hard to kill. So it's no fun. It's no fun at all. And so you got to go through all the 20 waves and fight the boss at the end. So I die, Martel dies, Cameron and Sly get us through to the 20th wave. I come back, I hit the box one last time and I get like basically the second best weapon in the game. But the thing is, like, I didn't get a time to buy anything because you get teleported to this room.
Yeah.
I didn't get any time. I was like, okay, so I'm just running around the circle. I'm like, I'm dead. And somehow I survived. I don't not know how I lived because I was like one hit away from death the entire time, just fucking screaming my head off like it was fucking Benny Hill. And we fucking did it. Like I was like, we're done. We wasted like 2 hours on this. There's no fucking way we're getting it. And somehow we pulled it out. Cameron did a great job.
I was clenching my butt cheeks. I'm like, no, we're gonna fuck up here. We're gonna fuck up here.
Yeah, it was a hell of a thing. I was massively impressed. So I've got a few more achievements left to get in the game, but those are the biggest ones done. A big shout out to Sly in particular for helping out with those. The man cannot be stopped.
The other thing I quickly want to add, I made it very clear after the end of us doing it, because it was the last achievement I needed, finally got it done. Hey guys, is there anything else you need me for before I uninstall? Like, I've been installing stuff like Elden Ring, Dying Light 2, Cyberpunk, like all the big fucking games on my console lately. And it's just like, no, you're sweet. I'm just like, you sure? You absolutely sure? No, you're fine. Fucking, alright. I had my booster shot this morning. I feel a bit tired. I'm going to lay down before the podcast. Go lay down. Check Discord. Sly's like, buddy, you still got it installed? Kind of need access to something.
One more.
Kind of need access to something that you probably have. I'm like, fuck.
Damn it.
But, funnily enough, you probably don't have access to it, so it probably doesn't matter.
I was going to say 50-50 chance, but...
Yeah. Anyway, but that's all I've been playing this week, so not a huge amount. I'm going to be working on Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, because that's, again, another one of those non-backwards compatible 360 games I've just never finished. I'm not good at racing games, so we'll see if how that goes. But that puts me at 4,250 for this week.
Very nice.
Charlotte, what have you been playing?
Yeah, let me just bring up my app again. Every single time I'm like looking at something different. Right, okay, so it's usual, it's normal. When do we ever run this like smoothly?
Right.
I'm chasing my 70k before the end of February because that's my target. So that then I get 80 the next month, 90, and then 100k before the end of June. So I've been doing like a little bit of a whole bunch of games.
Mm-hmm.
But I tried to get a few completions out of the way this week. I did Blackwood Crossing, which was actually pretty interesting. The art style was really cool. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Cool. And then you get to the end and you're like, oh, it makes sense now. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then it hits you in the feels and you're like, yeah. I really enjoyed it. Like, it was a really nice game. I would recommend it to a lot of people because it was nice to play and easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want shit for playing baby games. I don't think this is a baby game.
We have expert panel here.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck off. Okay, I played a Redalaika.
Yeah, okay, right.
Okay,
yeah,
look,
okay.
Look,
so,
look, okay. Now, I'm going to quickly defend it. There are good Radalaikas, and then there are games that you would not think are Radalaikas, but dealt with the publishing and the port.
Yes, but I was like, Charlotte's playing this game. I've never heard of it, which is unusual. But I was like, oh, maybe it's another one of these, like, Cameron found something on Game Pass. So I was like, is it maybe like Wild at Heart or something? So I went and looked it up. It's a 1.013 or something on the ratio point. Like, it's the definition of a baby game.
It's a puzzle game.
You could put the fucking controller down and it would play itself.
Okay.
No, you still have to move it. Fuck you.
She's got one.
Okay, I played Gardener's Path.
Yeah, right. Gardener's. Everyone right now who's listening, go to TA and look up Gardener's Path.
I think
and see if that counts.
All right. Let's check.
Okay. It was like 20 minutes. Leave me alone.
Okay. I haven't done it yet. Okay, you know what? Let's test the real thing. Okay, Red's done it. Yeah, it's definitely a baby game.
It's definitely a baby game, yeah. We should check a Rapture on it as well.
Fine.
I was going to say Red and Rapture. Yeah, it's definitely a baby game.
Yeah.
God damn it. Oh, wow, whatever.
I can't even say much.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
right.
Charlotte, you are not alone. I still put out guides
Okay.
for it and think it's worth doing a guide for
I'm
it.
just-
It's probably not.
I'm just gonna get shit because I said I would never play baby games. So you know,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah, exactly. You were like, I don't need those.
Don't
I-
commit to it. It's fine.
Whatever.
it's totally fine. I won't play
That's-
5-minute games.
Yeah, right.
With
Okay,
one
right.
point, I said I'm never doing a fucking rat like a game because you know everyone does. If it's an easy game, no doubt
Mhm.
it's going to be about fucking 12,000 guides for it.
Yeah.
So I thought,
Yeah.
bollocks to it, no point. But by the time I'm trying to get all these big games out, I think, oh, maybe I could just put up 1 or 2 Rattler ones for now, and then it just this whole it's exploded. It's like a big nutsack. It's just exploded. It's So,
Yeah.
no way, Charlotte. I'm with you on that. I am.
Thanks. Okay, so I did actually play some other decent ones. Though.
Okay, yep.
So that was like the only one that I was like, because I was like, I need something like under an hour that I can just do and I don't.
Was it
think about
enjoyable?
Yeah, I liked it. It's a puzzle game, so you have to basically you move your character. I don't know anything of the story. I didn't pay any fucking attention at all. I didn't give. a
Okay,
shit.
so it's definitely a
I
baby
had
game.
It's
move my
baby game,
character in one direction, and it goes the whole way across in one direction that you move it, and you have to get it to the gnome that then tells you what you have to do in that level,
Right.
and then you have to like go and collect like a crystal and like attack these enemies, and you have to do it in a specific way, in a specific pattern.
Yeah.
Then you get to the next level, you do the same thing again.
It's like that ice sliding thing that you have to do in every
60.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
It's like those ice ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I liked it. It's a puzzle game. I like puzzle games. I then started Dear Esther.
Yep.
I'm halfway through.
You got tired of walking?
There's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
a
I
lot
mean,
of walking.
It is the original walking simulator. It's where the term came
Yep.
from. So
I knew it. I knew that. I will go back to it and finish it.
Is that where you've
It's
got to
fine.
do another playthrough to
Yeah.
listen to all the bloody
Yes.
commentary as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
with the commentary.
nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Gotta love her.
And it got spoiled for me.
that's a shame.
But not in a specific way. Basically, it was only given like I was okay. So I said I was playing Dear Esther,
Yeah.
and Josh then was like, "Oh, that's the game with kidney stones."
Yeah.
I went, "What? Okay." But apparently that's how it dies in the end. I'm like, okay, cool, great.
All right.
That's-
All right.
Ruined it for the
Okay.
entire community.
ruins the whole thing. It's fine.
You don't need to play it, guys.
Like everyone else has to now share in my spoiler. There you go.
Cameron's the one who usually spoils
I
the
didn't-
games on this podcast.
Yeah, it's usually Cameron. I started 2 other games today. So I started I Am Dead yesterday technically.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it. It's another puzzle game again. Essentially, you're in the afterlife, and you have to. So there's a museum, and you have to find a new curator for the museum and the island because the volcano is going to erupt. And then, so you have to go through these 4 sections to find the possible candidates for the custodian, and you have to find their memories. And then find these artifacts, and then you also have to find 62 collectibles across the whole game.
Oh, okay.
Yay!
Oh, that's a nice grind.
We love
That's
collectibles.
nice.
I know, but IGN has a really good walkthrough, so you can just follow it along. It like basically walks you through it. I'm trying to just go and play it, and then if I get stuck, I go back and check. But I really like it. The art style is cool, although there is a really weird hippie guy that has like his belly button is a little U shape, so his nipples look like eyes and it looks like a little mouth. So it looks like he's got like a smiley face on his chest. If anyone is actually
I
part
like
of the
it.
Xbox cast, I did put a screenshot of the week because I was like, well, why not? Let's put it in there.
Yep.
And
Yep.
if anyone's a hippie,
And-
can you just let us
Uh-huh.
know if that's actually true? Do you have weird
yeah,
belly
just
button?
tell us if that's true.
eye nipples,
We'd love to
just-
know.
How many drugs do you need to take to have eye nipples? That's-
Does your chest look like it has a smiley face on it?
If true, then that's
I'm
impressive.
at 3,190 for the week.
Very nice.
And I am chasing 69690 tomorrow and 70 as of the end of Sunday.
All right.
That's my target.
The good milestones.
Mr. Hunter,
Mhm.
what have you been playing recently?
Well, I've played one of the most ultimate games you'll ever play. Moto Roader MC. No, this shite.
Is that the new baby game?
It's fucking bollocks. You don't actually have to play the game. You can just go to the course, press start, and the achievement unlocks. And
Oh my god.
so I just thought, because I know everyone loves a Rattle-like game.
There's
so,
been a few of those lately, hasn't there? Like games,
Yeah.
like especially the Xenon updates where, like me and Valak had this conversation where apparently you don't even need, like you can just type a code, get to the end, and that gives you the achievement for the title update for Castle No Escape 2. It's like you know you're gonna be doing it for 5 minutes, like.
There's no point, is it?
Yeah.
So, no, I played Broken Age again,
Yeah.
point and click, really cool. Guide will be coming for that. Stories Untold. I didn't play that before, but I really fucking enjoyed that. That was super cool. And we're speaking about Rattle-like-er. Do you know the developers put is it Epixar or EpiXR Games, the one who make the Airy, the fucking bird games?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
about fucking 6,000 of them, and From Heaven to Earth, and
Yep.
and I tried playing that. And to be fair, you know, if you just want to relax and experience, if you just say actually need a chill game, just about 1,000, normally fine. But the controls are super clunky.
Yeah.
So I tried playing From Heaven to Earth because they sent me a code, and I kept dying on this one bit. I thought, fucking bollocks that. I can't be able to play that either.
Wait,
Skull,
so
the
from
heroes?
from Heaven to Earth, is that not a start level pop achievement?
That one is.
No, you've got to look for secrets this time. The other one, which was from what was it? From Earth to Heaven. Or?
From Earth to
Yeah.
Heaven's the one.
Yeah,
original
Heaven, that was the
yes.
one.
Sorry,
Which is
I can't imagine how I got those mixed up.
No, strange. No, From Heaven to Earth, you've got to actually play the game. But
Yeah.
sometimes you'll go and double jump, and then you won't double jump, and then you go start from the beginning again. So I thought, you can sug me for that. I'm just not feeling that. Now, Skull the Hero Slayer on Game Pass
Yeah.
is like an 8 out of 10 difficulty. But I put up a video with the PC Game Pass before he was patched, because he got patched on Xbox before they brought in Game Pass.
Yep.
Where you could bring up a debug menu, and basically you get the game done in half hour. And they patched it. So I think it was about an hour or two after I put the video up, people were saying it's been patched. So I thought,
So 2 weeks ago, I had some massive computer issues. I finally got my PC built back together because my motherboard, like whatever motherboard I got sold the first time, the PCI port up top just failed, and the graphics card wasn't detecting it correctly.
Yeah.
So I swapped them over, rebuilt it and all that, downloaded Skull, and I'm like, all right, cool. I've got your video up. I'm feeling a bit tired because I've been doing this all day. He's like, I like to learn this kind of stuff, but I'm not too good with it. So me and my buddy do it. I'm going to do this in the morning. I go to bed. I wake up, jump my computer at 8 o'clock like I do every morning. And it's patched.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Like, it's a cool game, but the achievements are fucking solid. It's like, I think you got to beat all the bosses without being hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One
so
of
it's
those.
just one of those games, yeah. So like, if you weren't able to do it pre-patch like this, I probably wouldn't bother. I mean, it's a cool game if you don't care about achievements.
But then you're listening to the wrong podcast.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly.
I've said it
So-
before, like achievement
Yeah.
developers need to consider what they put on their list because you don't want to be alienating part of your audience.
Well, that's it. And a lot of the reasons people play these games is because they think that's a doable achievement list.
Yeah.
Rather than if they're going to, because I say there's more people in that category rather than give me a good challenge. Because you work all day, you do a bunch of shit. The last thing you want to be doing is being stressed out and fucking wanting to noose yourself because you can't do a fucking achievement.
Exactly right. And like I know people say that like, oh, you know, it's people, you should just kind of get over it or whatever and just do it. And it's like yeah, like maybe I won't play a game because it has a bad achievement list. And they're like, oh, you could miss out on a great experience. It's like, yeah, like if it was the only game I had, if I had like 5 games and I chose not to play one of them, but I've got like 100 games that I need to fucking
You're
do.
competing for our attention.
I have way too much other shit to do. Like
Yeah.
I don't have time to fuck around with games that are way too difficult.
No. Fuck no,
And having
no.
said that, I will be playing Elden Ring sometime soon, but that's different.
Vidic said it when we had him on for the interview, but achievement lists like I'm trying to think what it is. The white is a white knight with the time cycle.
Yeah, yeah.
Do
White Knight,
do interesting achievements like that. Do it like, you know, you might have to play when it's a full moon or something like that. Stuff like that's cool as fuck to me, and I'm fine with these achievements like being like you can only do them a certain part, like, you know, once a month or whatever, just as long as it's not like once a fucking year.
Yeah, Batman, piece of fucking shit.
Right.
Let me get out my calendar, but yeah, this. I just feel like some developers, like, they spend like 3 to 4, 5 years, you know, making a really amazing experience, and then they don't think about the achievement list, and then just essentially not piss off, but they lose out on all these easy sales from just making a slightly easier list. Like, I'm not asking for achievements to be handed out, but at the same time, I want to experience like a story game. I don't want to be doing multiple playthroughs for something
challenging but doable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you don't want to be waiting a year going. But it's the same with all these. Yeah, it's the same with all these like a shit long games. I can't imagine spending months at a time, years at a time, or whatever, building a game, making a game. You go, no, I'm fucking proud of that. Right, all you have to do is get to the first 5 levels, and then that's your 1,000 done.
Yeah,
because nobody's going to play past that. So I think, what's the point if you just made the whole game, and then you're just putting the cheat? Because nobody's going to go past level 5 if that's all you got to do for the achievement.
No, exactly. Yeah, like
I don't.
People just aren't going to play the game. Yeah.
Like there's quite a few Xenolons that I don't really care about, but like stuff like Bullet Beat's.
Bullet Beat. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Oh, like I really enjoyed that. Like that's to me, like I don't care. Up the challenge of that one a little bit. I honestly don't care if I'm sitting there for like a 3 to 4 hour completion as compared to 10 minutes. I'm trying to think of other Xenolon games off the top of my head. All I can think of at the moment is Escape Sequence and how much I fucking hate it. Just because, like, I fucking hate inputting code. Like,
there was... Yeah. Sorry, man. There was one... Fuck, what was that? One Jetlong game I'd done. And this was before the fucking update.
Yep.
So, and the game was quite challenging in itself, because it's... what the...
You thinking of Pixel Gladiator?
No, not Pixel Gladiator.
Cold Silence. The original one, yeah? No?
Nope. Let me just have a little cheeky little gander right here.
You think about it. I would also say Smart Moves. I like Smart Moves.
Yeah, it's fine.
I wouldn't mind that being slightly longer either.
I think it overstays
Explorer of the Night,
but I think it's fine. Yeah.
Oh, the Explorer of Night.
Yeah.
The Explorer of Night. So I done a whole fucking guide for it. Got pissed off after about 4 or 5 hours. Pisses you off, then absolutely frustrating. And in the end, then they went, right, we'll just bollocks that achievement list. We'll just put the one where you've got to throw a stick at a fucking snake or something, and that's your full 1,000.
Yeah, of course.
You fucking bad. Until Microsoft told them to change it back, but I was fucking livid with that. Keep fuming.
Anything else you've been playing recently?
Who's your daddy?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't found out yet, but
yeah, which was fun. Some of the achievements on that are really glitchy.
The whole game's a mess.
The whole game's a mess, but in the best fucking way.
Drinking bleach and killing your baby and that. And as newborn, as parents to newborns, obviously you're not gonna get your baby to drink bleach and stuff. Obviously, that's
for legal reasons, obviously not.
But when I had little Lucas screaming in my face and keeping me up all night, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna play a game about drowning a baby. I think that calmed me down. I hope that doesn't get misinterpreted as something even worse. I'd obviously never do that.
No, absolutely, no, of course not.
Yeah, sometimes it was nice to just chuck him in the freezer and think, fucking stay in here. I can't. But a lot of shit ones. I have been playing a lot of shit ones, to be honest. Contrast. Really enjoyed Contrast.
Contrast is pretty good.
Yeah, cool game. Interesting concept.
Yeah, very, very interesting. Shit ones. The Gunk. Really enjoyed the Gunk.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Are you doing a guide for the Gunk?
I've done it.
Oh, you done it? Okay, sweet. Okay,
yeah,
I need to go check that out. I've been waiting on a guide for that, so I need to go check that out.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That would be good if people didn't get soft locked and couldn't escape out of the pit.
Yeah, I know there's
still stuck.
Shit.
I'm still stuck.
That's the one thing that paranoids me out something.
There's that area where you discover an alien, yeah? So I'm like, some of the games sometimes I'll just listen to a podcast and have it on mute just because I want the gameplay experience. It's very much a chin doctor way of doing things, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I go back to that area. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, it's taking me back to my base. I need to go back to that area. I jump down the hole, and then you can't get out of that area. So I message Thunderfall, and I'm just like, hey, I'm also applying for a community management position, but
fix your fucking game.
But like, hey, I've had this bug that you might want to have a look at, but it's whatever. I just need to do a full playthrough again. Just frustrating.
You need to be their community manager and fucking sort it out.
Exactly.
You're obviously doing a shit job, mate. So let me fucking
throw it down. Yeah, exactly. Trial by combat.
It's fine. I just They look. They don't have a community manager at the moment. They don't even have a Discord. They have a welcome message on their Discord and nothing else.
Right. Okay.
So I'm not gonna. There's nobody to direct my complaints to. I'm not gonna really worry.
Yelling into the void.
Yeah.
Goodbye Deponia as well.
Oh, yep.
Yep. The 3 out of 4 Deponia games. So I'll be doing the 4th one, which has got another bullshit achievement. Speaking of bullshit achievements, you know the one.
Yeah.
So I gotta get myself mentally prepared.
That one takes so long. Like it's insane.
Wasn't it like 2 or 3 hours, something like that?
Yeah,
Probably a bit longer.
yeah. It's like the game isn't that long, but like they just tacked on this achievement to just make you sit there and do these bunch of combinations forever. Yeah. Anyway,
they must have gone. I tell you what, people enjoy our games. How can we just?
Yeah. How can we change that? Yeah. How can we change that? Exactly. Yeah, I think I picked up one. Yeah, I think that was the one I picked up because it was like the 4th one, I think. Is that Doomsday? Deponia Doomsday, I think it was the last one.
Yeah, I think so. It was fucking one of them.
Yeah. I mean, I like point and clicks, but yeah.
Yeah, I took the piss, but yeah. What about 8,000 for the month? 8,006?
No, that's pretty good
for the month so far. So that's considering I think I put up another fucking broken sword 5 as well.
Oh yeah.
Also on Games of Gold in a minute, so I'll put a guide up for that as well. So yeah, that was enjoyable. I'm a point and click nerd, I'm gonna be honest. I do like it. But yeah, so nothing too spectacular, to be honest, but
yeah, pretty good though.
Very nice.
Nothing like the anger, because if I was going to be playing Advanced Warfare like you guys, the rest of my hair would be fucking gone. So I'll just leave it until I get fully bald, and then
just jump straight into it.
and then I'll be fine.
You look like the guy on the cover, yeah. Cameron,
I'll quickly go through mine. Call of Duty we already talked about, but I got the full completion for that. Dreamscaper I also finished this week because I just had to finish that last parrying achievement because I didn't do it because I rushed ahead with everything. If you're going through the game, parry things. Don't be like me because it will be a last achievement and it will take you 3 hours after the completion is basically done. But highly, like I said before, best game that hit Game Pass this month. Highly recommend. Minecraft, Kingsman helped with some of the achievements that I was missing. And Matt also helped me do the battle minigames.
Oh,
Did you end up finishing Minecraft as well?
Yep, got that done. Got my 100 days.
Going back to the Xbox One version was very nostalgic for me. I hadn't played one of those mini battle games in a while. It was just us throwing snowballs at each other and
pretty much, and trying to kick randoms out before they got into our games.
So many randoms.
So many randoms still playing that game. I don't get it, but whatever.
Like the old update. Anyway, Human Space Outlaw. Really, really enjoyable 2 hours for our 800G. Really, really, really painful. Open every fucking page on like 90s internet. Really, really good story. Really enjoyed it. I won't say anything other than that. It is leaving Game Pass. I think this one's quite... it's decently expensive too.
Yeah.
So,
it was 16 quid, I think.
Yeah.
16, so that'll be about $100 for you, I think, out there.
Some of that,
Close to it.
Look, I would... For games that are leaving Game Pass, I would definitely recommend Luna Knights. The only problem I had with that game was... because it is a Metroidvania, there is a bit of backtracking in that. But at the same time... How I play Metroidvanias, I do one full clean playthrough. I don't worry about any of the missable stuff because I know I can come back and clean it up, yeah?
Yeah.
Went back, did it. Metroidvanias... A good Metroidvania, in my opinion, will... as you collect new skills, new items and that, the world will open up more. It will be in such a way that everything feels fluid. Like
Yeah,
everything going
yeah,
back
yeah.
to like previous dungeons, everything still felt like I was battling. Like it wasn't any easier.
Really, I found that like once you've leveled a bit, like going back to the first area, you just kill
Like
everything in one
like
hit.
in terms of killing stuff and all that, but just mobility.
Yeah, there is a
everything-
real lack of good mobility in that game, I will admit. And also the fact that like it doesn't really feel like the areas connect to each other quite well. Like you find in a lot of like Bloodstained is a perfect example where it's like, you know, you go up the tower and then you find an elevator that drops you back down, so you don't have to climb the tower every time you want to get there.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Again, it's a much smaller scale game, but it does suffer from that a little bit. And you don't get the, like the dash ability to like the last like half an
Which
hour of the
to
game.
me just seems a
What's
bit
the
silly.
fucking point?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, I've basically done the game now.
Yeah. But yeah, I essentially got to a point where I think it's like in the first dungeon there is a point where you can just grind massively. So I just spent a bit of time there, grinded to 35, and then just fucking steamrolled.
Yeah.
Just because I thought that was the easier option. Except for the boss, like there is a boss fight mode. Boss rush mode where I was getting 6 minutes and 5 seconds for S rank every single fucking time.
Yeah, took me about 4 run-throughs to get it.
Same thing. Finally got like 5 minutes and 20 seconds on the fourth run. It was just, but I highly recommend it. The other game that, like, I've been going back and actually completing games this week, which is weird for me. Did a bunch of the Untitled updates and that just because I wanted to stay ahead of Alex Professor Pluto on the leaderboards. That's all my goals for Australia. Just stay ahead of Pluto. I also did Boyfriend Dungeon. Not a bad game. The combat is very serviceable, but it is essentially a dating sim about dating weapons. Not really much I can say other than make sure you don't miss the scythe. Like there is a cutscene in the game where you're going to a barbecue, some story stuff happens, go to the mansion directly after, talk to the scythe, organize it so there's a date. There will then be a clue that you get sent. You have to incorrectly guess it the first time. Second time you'll be able to input a number into your phone which corresponds to their phone number to actually go on the date. That ties in with 4 missable achievements based on this one event, because it's a leveling all the weapons, leveling that particular weapon, getting a hat they give, and some other achievement that I can't remember right now. But yeah, 6 to 8 hours, very enjoyable, serviceable dungeon crawling kind of aspects. You're mainly there for, hey, is that a
Sword in your pocket?
sword in your pocket? Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean,
Oh yeah, and the prick picks.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, I have heard that this game has been quite popular with the female demographic because they have a lot of experience in dating total fucking weapons. But you know, they know what to say. But this has been on my playlist for a little bit. I haven't got around.
Probably why I haven't finished it yet.
Right.
It's an enjoyable game. I saw it at PAX originally, and I just said, I want to get it done. I know that at launch it did have a few unobtainables because I originally played it with Nikita and then had to go back to it. I also just want to point out a quick message I got from Games Dane, good friend Tony. Do you solemnly swear that you are up to no good? Also, if I give you my account, can you please get me 10,000 achievements? Thinking that it might pop up on my screen, but sorry, buddy, that is not the case.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, the other quick ones I will go through is I have gone back to Anthem just to try it out. It is exactly how I remember it.
So shit.
Keo has been helping us with a few games lately. I've been playing it with Keo. Dive back into it. The mobility of it is fine. Mm-hmm. It is Iron Man Simulator, which I'm completely fine with. I love the environments, but I immediately just go back to thinking about Destiny back when it launched, how the gunplay was so amazing. Like, Bungie did so many good things with the original Destiny other than the story. Like, everything felt fun. And I wasn't fussed about. I'm not usually a story guy unless it's heavily on that particular game. Mm-hmm. Anthem just, like, it's like, oh, I should like all the things that are happening here, but I don't. But I still want to grind and get it done. I don't like the public spaces. Like, everything just feels slow and that, like, it's sad because I feel like another year, they could have polished up quite a few things. Like, there's a lot of connective tissue that just that needs to be reworked, and this could have made an amazing game.
I mean, they had their roadmap, right? They had their whole plan about redoing the whole game, and they just realized it wasn't worth it. That they'd have to do too much work to it to make it actually something that people would want to play. And but like they missed the mark by a lot.
It just
and
sucks
they missed the boat.
because it's like it was such a.
Well,
I feel like
a
somebody had a
Destiny
really
job,
good
right?
vision for it, but like in terms of the story and all that for Anthem as well, you just don't really care.
Yeah.
Like there's not a lot happening that you like. Me and Kia were just like what, like she's threatening him. Like why? You know, what's the purpose? Like it's just whatever.
So to summarize, it sucks balls,
Yeah, exactly.
more or less.
You know what?
Yes.
It
Quick summary, yeah.
sucks balls because it's a kind of game that you're just like you can see just through like you can see enough of the game that you're like this could have been something amazing, and they
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that hurts most. It isn't this was a massive misstep, and they never had a clear vision and all that. This was a massive misstep that could have been something great. This could have been the next Destiny, and they fucked it.
Well, now they've gone back to Dragon Age and Mass Effect because those things are popular and sell, right? So
I'm really hoping, but
Dragon Age 4, they had their creative director left this week as well. So I'm really worried about that game.
two other games are quickly
Microsoft will just buy them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. True. Yeah.
Two
aren't doing anything these days.
two other games I'm quickly going to touch base on. Me, Mike, Kidden, and Valek started Warframe. Me
They've
and
gone
Mike
back to
didn't start Warframe. We went back to it, but game's good. I forgot how much I love the mobility in Warframe. It is one of those games that is clearly evolved around the community, around the developers responding to community feedback, and it's a damn good free-to-play game. Like, I basically messaged one of my mates that has, I think, like 600 hours in it. He plays a lot on PC. And he's like, all right, this is the build. Like, everything is very balanced in this game now. But if you want something that's completely broken, here's the build for you. Up the shields. You can go in. You can get to the point of, like, 50 seconds of, you know, nothing's gonna hit you.
Sweet.
So I've been doing that from a very low level, and it's just already OP. But yeah, not really much to say other than we're just started into it. Other than fast game, I want to always move ahead of other people. Everybody else wants to collect things.
Yes.
People are going to get pissed with me quickly. I'm apologizing in advance. I will stay and then quickly travel because I like chaining the combos to get ahead on the other side of the map because that's me. Anyway, Tycho.
Oh yeah, drums.
Yes.
Yep. Tycho.
Good old drum and bass.
I
Drum and
love Tycho.
Right.
It is the only reason that we still own a Switch. So yeah, it is one of those games that I can put in front of Percy, and Percy will just, touch screen, loves it. Amazing game, yeah. I've been excited for when this hit Game Pass. I hadn't really dived it. I went, all right, I'm gonna do it last night. Went into it. Essentially, all I'm doing at the moment is grinding out to 100,000 coins, which you can you can set your special to perfect. Fail a song, you get 10 coins. Turbo controller that, get 100,000 coins. I think there's 280,000 coins worth of stuff you need to buy from the store for all the achievements, which is like all the grind. Get to 90,000, buy at one of the sections of the store, delete your not your cloud save, your local save.
Your local save.
Delete your local save, reset the game, buy the next section of the store, do the exact same thing. Leave the bonus songs to last because you need them for some achievements. Cool. Cuts down a massive lot of the grind. Basically doing all that, doing it at the moment, I'm down to like 35,000 from starting last night. Letting that just run its course, and then I'll enjoy the game for what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah.
So what does that put you at for this week?
22,080. Sorry, I got really distracted by the chat for a second.
Jesus Christ. 22,000.
We're being hyped.
Yeah, 22,080. Which, as we get into it, I'm 4th on the fucking leaderboard for this week.
We were watching this.
Yes.
So funny.
I've been paying close attention to this.
So, Charlotte, what are we looking at for this week?
So, yes, Cameron is in 4th place. He was kicked out of 1, 2, and 3. We have Dio Valak in 3rd place with 26,942. In 2nd place, Red with 27,320. And in 1st place, Chapter with 42,750.
In a week.
In a week.
Fuck.
It's achievement
Yep.
season. It's achievement season. Fucking all
Apparently.
these updates.
Those title updates, yeah, they
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
How long is it before you can get 1 million from Zidalon Games alone?
Probably not too far. We're getting there.
Well, that's what we're going to find out, I guess.
It's like if you combine Radalaikas, Chili Dogs, and Zidalons, you're gonna get pretty close, if not there already.
Artifacts Monday, sometimes you.
Yeah, right.
Chuck
Yeah,
them in the
sometimes
mix.
you-
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what, I do like, sometimes you do produce some good games, Mike.
Yeah, they do actually.
They do.
Yeah.
There's 35mm, which is coming out either 1st or 3rd of March, and that looks like a pretty decent game.
All right.
I haven't played it, but it looks alright. So yeah, because at least you got to do stuff on sometimes you
Yeah.
games, haven't you?
You usually got to finish the game at least, or at least get,
you got
Yeah.
to walk. You got
Yeah.
to actually press more than 3 buttons at a time, which is fucking. I mean, if that's all you've been playing is shit on a Ratalaika games, that's fucking hard going.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh no, better get a guide.
Here's
Yeah.
12,000 guides for you.
What do we got for completions this week, Charlotte?
Yep, so for completions, we have on the top of the list, we have Bills for his 2 million on the 22nd of the 2nd, 2020.
Yeah, congrats.
2022.
I
Yeah.
thought that was too awesome of a. Sorry. Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
pretty
Literally
yeah,
too
that was-
awesome of
Yeah,
milestone to pass up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And then he
fucking
did
legend.
it, didn't he do it in like in 2 minutes? The
Something
run that
like
he
that,
did was
yeah.
2 minutes, and then he did it at like 2 or something. It was all
No,
twos
I think
the
I
whole way.
added the joke in that he did it at 2:22. but-
Okay. Well, he did it in 2 minutes because I watched the video. So, then we have friend of the show, Mike. She hit her million gamer score today. Okay,
Yeah,
son, you
that's
did it.
awesome. That's
Yay.
super cool, wicked. That's
So
awesome.
cool. Like, really wicked. Yeah. We have Red hitting 1.2 million. And he completed WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2008, X-Men Origins Wolverine as well. We have Chapter with a completion of Werewolf, the Apocalypse series completion.
Yep.
Aptos with Series Sam 4. Valak with 900,000 gamer score. And Doom Eternal.
Baby game.
Yeah. Mm. Wait, who's that? Gamer ZZVL?
That's Declan.
Okay,
Oh,
cool,
Declan.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense now. Declan.
Yeah.
And he got 70,000, 700.
Yeah.
700,000.
700,000.
Yeah. We're getting over 2 hours. This is long.
Yeah,
Keo, Keo got Ravid Big Bang. Kruger had Yu-Gi-Oh! Hack and Pone had a lot, including Unpacking Mist and a ton of Windows Phone games.
Yeah, he's really. I know him
He's
and
on it.
Adrian
He's
are
going
really
for
cleaning
it.
up a Windows Phone at the moment.
Yeah. They're just trying to get them all done.
Don't blame him.
And then Sigma Bless with Gen 0, Baron with Near Automata,
Yeah, near Automata.
Raptor with like, you know, everything.
Yep.
Yeah,
Everyone-
Rapture with
Baby
Forza Horizon
Lots
5.
of the baby games and yeah, but most importantly, the most important one was My Mate.
Oh my god.
And Forza Horizon 5, yeah.
I gotta say him putting up the thing and then saying that he went back and listened to the song after was just fucking gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you don't know what we're on about, you should really join the Discord.
you really should.
100%.
I forget you do. Right, I'm in. Discord me in.
Do we want to quickly go over the questions? We missed
Yeah,
last
go.
week.
Yeah, we did
We
miss
do
those
need
ones.
to
Yeah,
do this,
yeah,
like,
so we
it's
definitely
fine.
should do them.
All right, I'll start with the first one. Isaac, how does the Windows Phone's achievements being discontinued affect you? Do you still have any Windows Phone achievements you need to go back to, and are you going to try and get them before they stop working? I have a lot of Windows Phone achievements that I need to go back to. The only ones I'm really going to worry about are Assassin's Creed because I want that series completion. So that's probably the only one that I'm going to worry about.
Yeah, I don't have any left. I've got the one achievement that I basically can't get, unfortunately. So I basically just So it's I've got every achievement except for one on Windows Phone that I really wanted. So I'm still, again, it hurts me every now and then, but it is what it is. So I'm just gonna have to let it lie.
Nope, and nope for me. I haven't started any, so I probably won't be starting any now. So
Probably
that's
the smart
me,
move.
yeah.
Charlotte, you definitely gonna jump on that, right?
Yeah, all of
I
those
can
Windows Phone games that I started. Like, I have none. I didn't start any. I'm good.
Just sucks. I miss
This
Windows
does not
Phone.
stress me out.
All right. Moving along, we have Jim Beans NZ or Simone. What would be the cons of having a story mode that lets you skip puzzles in games but keeps the combat challenging?
It's an interesting question because we've had games where it's like you can push down you've had story modes in games like in was it Mass Effect 3 had one where it was like made the combat like really, really simple. Even like was it Psychonauts 2 had like a God mode basically and that kind of stuff. So it's like to make so people can experience the story better, they make the combat easier to make it more accessible. But she's asking about the flip side, which I'm like, I can't think of many games that are like, less story, more combat. It's like I feel like that's a whole separate kind of game.
I can give you an example of this.
Sure.
Roguelites that includes puzzles, because like even going with Dreamscaper, there is the like when you go to the real world, there is the ability to unlock like puzzles.
Yeah.
That they count for one achievement. So you, as an achievement hunter, you would want to get them. There's only 15 in the game. I've done way more than that. Like pretty much one of the first achievements I got. But all they're giving you in those rooms, like in a run, is basically giving you like a bit of cool equipment that you can use for your builds. It's just giving you an extra opportunity to build your build. So, if you're in a rush, you're trying to get through as quickly as you can just totally skip those rooms. I'm sure there would be other roguelites out there similar to it. Like,
Same, yeah.
Like that, you'll get to the rooms where you're obviously getting stuck. You have to complete that dungeon room because there's enemies in there. But puzzles, it's just like, hey, you want to do it? Yeah, all right, maybe not. Cool, skip it.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
I can't think of any other examples off the top of my head though.
Yeah,
Like
I guess.
No.
I guess because usually they use like accessibility options, right? Where it's like it's to make it easier for some people to have an experience, whereas reducing the difficulty, keeping the game hard to play but taking out all of the story feels like just having making the game just a combat arena.
Yeah.
And like a lot of like games have like a combat arena mode or something like that, or like a skirmish mode. Like every RTS ever made has a story mode, but most of them also have like a skirmish where you can just fight AI. So I guess it can work. It just seems like kind of an odd thing to have as an option because a lot of difficulty is on a sliding scale, whereas story is not. You either have a story or you don't. And if you want more story, it's usually in like a collectibles or like reading a codex or some shit. And that's kind of on you. So most of the time you're already playing the light mode of a story.
I think most of the time, like if you got a game, I'm trying to think of a good example, but it's essentially just skip the puzzle. There are games that have them. I'm trying to think. There was a baby game that I did probably like a month ago that I think is published by Radalaka, and you can skip the puzzles, but I think achievement hunters won't because it is part of the walkthrough. And I'm trying to think, is it Vera Blank? Those games?
Actually don't know. Maybe. You mean like the visual novel ones?
Yeah, the visual novels, because there's like it's not combat, but
Yeah, they put like little puzzle things in there that you can do, but you can skip them.
But I'm trying to think of a game that like Dreamscaper is the only thing that can come to mind because it's recent.
But yeah, it's an
Some of them are
interesting
quite-
idea.
Some of them are quite unnecessary, mind. I hate when they just put random puzzles in shit places.
Well,
Yeah.
Dreamscape is good because it's essentially like one room can be Minesweeper, And like they only have 2 types of puzzles. They have Minesweeper, like a very basic version of Minesweeper on the floor, or they have rotate tiles to have the connecting path.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, okay.
I can't think of any other examples. Yeah.
Not a clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Probably going to have to skip it. We're going to Isaac's one. Speaking of old achievements, Games for Windows Live is mostly dead as well, but there are some Games for Windows Live that still work. Did you play any Games for Windows Live? And are there any that you need to finish? If so, are you able to actually complete them still? The only one I bothered to do, Fallout 3.
You want to take this one?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a no from me. I'm good.
Fallout 3. That's a nice easy one. I'm assuming you've done it with the console commands or whatever.
Okay, so the only difficult thing about Fallout 3 is actually getting the game to work.
Finding a copy of it and then getting it to run on Windows 11. Exactly, it's difficult. I did a lot of Games Windows Live games. When there was talk about them shutting down the service, there was a rumor going around years ago. I fucking bought a PC and was like, cool, we're doing this. And so I went through and I did BioShock 2. I did what was the other one? I did what is
BioShock
it? One? BioShock 1. One with what was the one? Oh, Red Faction Guerrilla. Did that.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah, good game. Online is way too much of a grind though. I did a shitload of stuff, and we just we had again, this was before Discord. We had a TeamSpeak server where we would hang out and just that was all we did.
Yeah.
And so there was only 2 that I got but didn't get around to finishing. It was Legends of the Galactic Heroes, because it was still in Japanese. So I was I decided not to do it, but I had a copy of it. And it was Carnival Showtime, which was one of their weird 200 point ones. But yeah, I kind of gave up on it. I sold that computer and I have a laptop now, and I was like, you know what, I'm just not going to bother. I'll be fine. But I did a bunch of them. So I've always been a little bit worried about things being shut down. I'm one of my big pushes for this year is to go and try and get all of the online achievements that I can, which is why I'm trying to find someone to help me with Guardians of Middle Earth on the 360, because it's just it's an ancient game that no one played. But yeah, so that's kind of my history with Games Windows Live. It has sort of a fond place in my heart because it was a whole summer that I just spent doing those.
Sweet, yeah. But back in the easier days, I was in it before kids and just
right, when you had time,
spend all your summers playing Xbox. That was nice. I was Football Manager on one screen because I'm still a Football Manager nerd.
Right.
And now I'm half ginger and bald. I get screamed at constantly. I'm not saying I wouldn't change it for the world, but
got to find me
off slowly. I'm 32, going on 62.
Just wait until they're old enough. They'll be playing games for you.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get a co-op partner.
Well, that's why I'm trying to get her in now. Just play Paw Patrol and get just
teach her how to play Guitar Hero. That's always a good one.
Oh yeah, just do this on expert mode.
Exactly. Co-op, but do 2 controllers. Yeah.
Jeez.
I got to be honest, mate. I've got a bit of Mong wrist, so I can't even Guitar Hero properly.
Oh, yeah, neither. Yeah.
I can't get to the 5th.
It's hard. Yeah, I never figured out how to do it. I was fucking awful at it. We got one last question here.
Yeah. So, question for the show, although not sure if this has been asked before. Has a game ever made you cry, and if so, which ones?
People cry for a lot of different reasons.
Are we talking about how awful the game is?
Yeah, Pimp My Ride, I think, brought me to tears a couple of times.
I should stream that. I still have Pimp My Ride.
Fuck, that game is bad.
Oh my god.
Stream of Pimp My Ride.
Again, what
It'd be great.
Classic.
There's a lot of 360 games that I'm getting lately that I'm just I just wanna put 2 hours up on YouTube or that just to see what people react.
That last achievement for the Messenger DLC, we had to get 5 stars on that, win that race 5-0. That nearly brought me to tears, I got to tell you. Holy shit.
The Tourist.
Oh yeah, the Tourist. Yeah.
Those fucking arcade games.
Yeah.
The racing one was fine. The other two, nah. No. Okay. So the racing card game.
No, fine.
Did it, nailed
fine.
it.
That
the
was
other
the hardest
two,
one.
I couldn't do the other two.
The
I
only
could not do them. Like I've just managed to get them.
I will die on this hill. The only hard thing in the tourist is that dungeon room with the bulls and trying to get the depth perception to jump on them correctly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Like the arcade
Yeah,
games,
and I
and all
was
that
the
was
one
fine.
that got all of the diamonds.
Yeah. You gotta climb down.
I should have
Had to
played
get
it. I know what you're talking
every
about,
single
man.
one.
But
Tourist is a
never
really
played
good
it.
completion, actually.
It is a good game, but fuck those arcade games.
But
that's another
I-
They shouldn't put arcade machine games of shit.
yeah,
in
no, it's like,
the
why would you do
games.
that? Yeah.
You
I
know
agree.
what?
Why
Though,
put
it's
these shitty
I-
mini games in a good game? Like,
you know what? Like Boyfriend Dungeon had a similar thing where there was like a little packing like mini game in the credits, and that was an achievement. And then there was one for unlocking like a little game console and doing like a little go-kart race. And they're probably just the first game that developers made, like their Hello World kind of thing, and that's probably what it is. They put it in just for like, hey, I made this cool thing, tied it to an achievement or whatever. It's fine. He's all overreacting.
Yeah, pretty much. If you can't get it, that's what Ratalaika and that have done to us now. They've embroiled it in people's brains to make you get an achievement easy. So if you've got to make some fucking effort for it, well,
Yeah,
fuck,
because
why am I making effort?
It is the quality of like a Ratalaika and all that, and you think, yeah, I can understand.
They've rotted our brains.
I'm sure Simone meant for this question in terms of story. There's two that come to mind. There is the end of episode. It's either the end of episode 2 or the episode 3 in Life is Strange, the original one. When the time shift and then they ended on that cliffhanger, that fucking made me cry. And then the other one that's most recently, which I think is the worst one, is the story beat in the middle of Yes Your Grace, which I still to this day think is one of the most emotional gut punches.
I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there.
I when we get to that spoilcast, I'm gonna be fucking really, really hammering on about it.
So I haven't cried in a good long while. But the things that bring me
This is a lie. You've been playing some racing games.
Well, okay, sure, but that's like tears of like, why the fuck did I start this? Past me as an asshole. But in terms of like emotional stuff, the only things that ever got me like slightly misty eyed would be end of Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, that's a good one actually.
And like going back to it, I was like, it's still just as fucking good. It wasn't just like the story, but also like it's a very nostalgic game for me. That's one of the first games that I played when I really got serious about video gaming, and like when I saw that video games can be more than just fucking beeps and bloops.
The story holds up above any other Final Fantasy though.
It's still the best. It's still the best Final Fantasy they ever made.
Yeah.
Like as a complete package.
And X2 doesn't exist.
Yeah, no, it does not. And then the other one was, and we talked about this with, I think with when Alex was on for Professor Pluto, with towards the end of, basically the last episode of The Walking Dead season 4. There's a flashback sequence in there that is really some really poignant stuff. That entire last like final season, like they basically nailed it. They were like, okay, we're gonna, we got fuck all budget, we're gonna shorten it, we're gonna improve the engine, we're gonna make the game better to play. We're not gonna have any faffing about, and the story is just gonna go from beat to beat to beat. We're not gonna have like big time jumps or any of that shit, and you're just gonna fucking get to it. And it was like they fucking nailed it, and then they went out of business.
It worked better than the fucking previous ones, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought
Exactly. Yeah, I thought it was fantastic, and then that was it, and then that was it. That was it for Telltale.
Telltale just needed that new engine like a game earlier.
Yeah, they definitely did. They definitely did, and I'm really hoping that like the Expanse and the new ones that are coming out with have some of that polish.
I keep on going back to the Wolf Among Us 2 trailer because like
I was just saying.
I mean, fucking Proto Men. Fucking, I love Proto Men in terms of music. Just I'm already sold. So sold.
It's gonna be a banger. Isn't it? It is gonna be a banger. No, there was only 2 or 3 I think stand out in my mind. Walking Dead season 1.
Yeah.
The very end of that was because you always think the heroes are gonna live, apparently.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, if nobody's played The Walking Dead season 1 yet, then where the fuck have you been? It's been out for
exactly right.
millions of fucking years.
Yeah.
What like it's more, being gutted than crying. But like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, the very end of that was
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a nice ending, but it was quite.
It was like melancholy, like bittersweet.
Yeah, it was bloody lovely. And then of course you got the normal ones then, like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
I
Red Dead
thought
2,
the
yeah.
second one was a bit of a piss take rather than the first one, mind.
I like the first one better.
That's another thing I don't like in games. When you're a big hero and you go through all this and you do everything fucking heroic and they just die in the end anyway. Like, what was the point? Why don't you just kill me off first so I didn't have to play the fucking game?
Yeah.
Or just...
Yeah, I mean, most cowboy stories don't have happy endings, to be honest, right? It's like either they run off to the sunset or they die. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. But dying of a cough, COVID back then, fucking hell, come on.
Going back to Final Fantasy X, I'm trying to think of other games too that do that, like, just before the final thing kind of stage, because the start of the game is them sitting around in Xanagan.
Right.
Yeah.
So which is kind of the end point for that game.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of games where it's just like leading up to that point.
There's a few of them, but I can't think of any. None of them come to mind. But
I'm just thinking of Dead Rising in the moment, the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just all I can think of.
So yeah, record scratch. Okay, so you're probably wondering how I got into this situation.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should probably
Spec Ops. Sorry, one more.
Spec Ops: The Line. Yep.
Spec Ops: The Line. That one.
Yeah.
That one. Fucked me up. Fucked me up bad, but yeah, no.
That was a really cool game.
I think the best games though are honestly the ones that you walk away from them just like you're just constantly thinking about after.
Yeah, ones that stick with you. And like, people like, we've played so many fucking games. It takes something pretty special to stick with you. Even if it isn't like the best game mechanically, or even if it doesn't have the most amazing story, but if it does something interesting and it sticks in there, like that's like Spec Up the Lines, like plays decently. Like it's not like
it's just a normal average.
Yeah, it's a relatively good third-person
isn't it?
shooter, right? Yeah, it's like like, it's no Gears of War, right? But the story is really interesting, and then sort of the choice stuff and kind of how it fucks with things is quite interesting. Anyway, we're running a little long, so I think we'll probably cut it there.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
it's been good.
I was going to bed and
yeah.
everyone wants a fucking snack and I just...
I haven't had dinner yet. It's like 9:30. What the fuck?
So we'll just speed through the closing up stuff. So we've got the word challenge.
Yes.
So the first clue was that it is a ported game. Second is that it is a part of a franchise. And the new clue is the game has multiple playable characters, which should narrow it down quite a bit. I'm not going to say how many playable characters. Could be 2, could be 50. But the game has multiple playable characters. And if you want to guess...
I think I know the train of thought. And I'm not going to guess it because I'll ruin it.
Go, don't fucking ruin it.
Yeah, you're not allowed anymore.
Yeah, you can talk to me about it afterwards.
Banned.
So you can join us on our Discord, discord.io/HallofGamers, and we've got a channel in there. We've got channels for all kinds of stuff. So the word challenge is you go in there, guess what the game is, you win $20. Simple as that. A gift should pop up if you guess it correctly. You got to make sure it's the exact right one that I'm thinking of, though, because I'm going to be very particular this time, because in the past I've made it too easy. We've also got channels in there for the podcast. We've got channels in there to talk about the show and just things in general. We've got like a boosting channel. We've got a meme channel, and then we've got the serious stuff, which again, there's been a lot of talk about Ukraine in there at the moment.
We've got a bot that gives you a random Game Pass game.
Yep. So definitely do that. Jump on that.
Got an OnlyFans.
Yeah, well, again, yeah. Well,
I mean, it's only a matter of time.
Technically, I have to say, because we're on Twitch, we're joking about that. We definitely don't have an OnlyFans.
That's a joke.
That's a joke.
Cam, what was that photo in the bikini you sent me then?
Yeah, okay, all right.
I wasn't
the
the
calendar. That's for the calendar.
I wasn't the one before this podcast in the dressing gown. Prepared for a photo shoot.
Moving swiftly on. We've also got our Patreon, patreon.com/HallofGamers. You can come give us some money. Yes?
I was going to say, before you said swiftly moving on, I wanted to see if the Welsh Hunter wanted to partake in a little game. I'm going to make it quick.
All right, make it quick.
All right, so a lot of our guests have been, because I have a bot that gives a random Game Pass game or a random harder difficulty game, we've been getting a few of our guests to go, hey, do you want to partake? Do you want to spin the wheel, see what you get? How it works is you got up to 3 tries.
Right, okay.
First try, you can be like, all right, cool, I'm happy with this one. I'm going to lock it in, leave it there, Eddie. and then go for the second and the third spin and see what you could have missed out on, what you have missed out on. Or you can just like, all right, I'm abandoning the first game. I'm going to spin again, go for it. As soon
It's
as
deal or no deal rules.
Yeah, deal or no deal rules. As soon as you hit the
Wicked.
third game, though, that's it. That's the one you're committing to.
Oh, that sounds, yeah. That's just my type of game.
All
All
right.
right, you want to spin the wheel? See what
So
you come up with?
I'll give you an option. Do you want to go between Game Pass or do you like? There are games with discontinueds in here, which I will give like free re-rolls, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But then there is a harder list which contains stuff like most of it's Game Pass stuff like Halo MCC, Halo Infinite, Gears, Grounded, that kind of like heavier,
yeah, all
more
the good
Xbox
stuff.
titles. So which one do you want to do? Do you want to go the Game Pass route or do you want to go the just harder?
let's go Game Pass.
Game Pass? All right.
Let's go Game Pass. Let's take a little gandarini.
So the first one is Limbo.
Limbo. Nah, spin
Nah,
again.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the 5 deaths.
It's just the
the
death.
five death thing. Yeah,
It's just the
Yeah.
deaths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one is FIFA 20, which I think has does it have discontinued now? I'm
Probably
not sure
does.
it's that one.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quickly double check that one. But I'm pretty sure it has. Nope, it is fine, but it is a 200-hour plus completion.
Oh God.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, that's. I just got a tear roll into my eye at the thought of that.
How do you feel about FIFA?
I haven't played it for years, to be honest.
Yep.
Not since 2006.
I'm pretty sure the
The easiest one.
what was it? The CEO of EA doesn't
Yeah,
care about the
true.
name either.
It's
If
another one of those, pick it up at EB Games and bring it back within a week when you're done with it.
Right.
Back in the days, I used to enjoy that.
Yeah, me too.
Do you want to do
Space.
one more spin of the wheel?
One more spin. Come on. Let's give it a go. Let's have a look. Come on. Come
Let's
Game
go.
Pass.
Not a bad one. Bleeding Edge.
Oh yeah, okay, Bleeding Edge.
I don't think I've ever played Bleeding Edge.
That's the
Yeah, I
old
don't
Ninja
think
Theory
Bleeding Edge,
multiplayer
yeah.
one.
Yeah, I've got the completion for that. It's not. I think it's like 25 hours.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You
Not too
got
bad,
all
yeah.
year to finish it. So I'll later towards the end of the year, guests are really fucked. But
No, let's go. That's
Alright.
wicked.
all right, fantastic. Bleeding
So,
Edge.
done.
All right, lock it in. All right, and we've also got our Patreon. Patreon.com/Hall of Gamers. If you want to give us some money, basically that helps pay for prizes, like for our competitions, helps pay for equipment, like Charlotte's new setup and that kind of stuff. And it also helps us with things like Zoom and software and things like that, just so we can keep the show running.
Because
we
Zoom requires you to cut off your legs, your arms, and fucking.
basically a Zoom charges
Yeah.
a shitload to be able to
Give
have a
your
bunch of
face
people
one
on.
trial.
I need to ask Michael what the currency is on limbs. Just
Yeah,
before I
right.
fucking-
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. So again, we basically we don't make any money from the podcast. Basically, we just about break even. So we do really appreciate all of our patrons. It helps us do the show, and we could not do it without them. So thank you guys so much. And for that, we for our patrons, we do a show called Lights, Camera, and Action, which is where we basically force Cameron to watch a video game movie, and then we just talk shit about it for about an hour or so. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
We have a good time doing it. The next one we're going to be doing is Resident Evil 2. It's probably going to be an absolute shit fest because the first one is the lowest ranked one on our list. So got that to look
It's the
forward
lowest
to.
ranked one on the list, and it's also the one that was rated the
Yep.
highest.
Oh no. Yeah. So we're
Yeah.
so
I'm really, really not looking
So
for this.
we usually try and do one or two of those a month. So we'll probably have one out sort of mid next month, depending on how things go. We got a bit of travel, and I think things are still a little bit up in the air. But we are looking to try and get back on a more regular
Daughter's
schedule.
birthdays, zoo trips,
Yep, my
Yeah.
birthday's coming up.
Do trip.
Yeah, I'm doing this.
Yeah, man.
funerals for our
Yeah, man.
20s.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh god.
Yeah.
And we also have a competition for our patrons where they can win a game. Cameron, do you want to run through that?
Oh, yep, that will be drawn next week. But the 4 games that I have up at the moment are the sealed. I always pronounce it wrong. The sealed Empoli. Pole.
Empoli?
Ampule.
Ampule.
So that's it.
Ampule,
Yep. There also is Dismantle. I'm drawing a mental blank. There's 4 games. There's let me just, Vigante and The Longest Road on Earth.
The Gunter, yeah.
which I am just now getting around to buying them all so I can dive them and see what they're like. But I would say the two that I've put first on the list are definitely the most interesting looking ones.
The sealed ample is winning the vote at the moment. So next week we'll draw a winner, and if your name happens to come out of the hat, you're essentially the one who gets a code for that.
Yep.
You tell me how like a roguelite dungeon crawler is meant to work with a farming sim. I don't. I'm going to play it. I have no idea how it works mentally though.
I guess we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, man.
And then just so if you want to get in the draw for that, you got to do it basically now. So if you want to jump on our Patreon and become one, it's available at any tier, but each additional tier gets you additional entries, basically. So tier 1, 2, you get 2, 3, you get 3, basically. So that pretty much is it. Do you want to shout out the Patrons, Cameron?
Yeah, give me 2. I just closed it up. Why did I close it up? Anyway. Here we go. Mad Lefty, we have G Space Man, Admiral Awesome, who also did Twitch before, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
We have Odrin.
And also thank you to Kiku for subscribing as well.
Thank you. Also, we have a Twitch role in the Discord as well. Quickly should mention for those that do that. So if you have Twitch Prime, feel free to send it our way. We also have Keo, Cobra Todd, Heavy Moogles, Kung Fu Skills, Hawkeye Barry, Hack and Pone, Cavalier 07, Old McClan, who was on the show last week, and McLovin Legend. So thank you for all the patrons.
Thank you, guys.
Sweet.
All right. And that'll pretty much
awesome. Loved it.
Pretty much wrap up the show. Like we said at the start of the show, Hall of Gamers Pod is us on Twitch. You can come hang out with us each week. We do this live. If you're happy to be watching it on YouTube or the VOD, or if you're listening to this on Spotify or your platform of choice. If you want to get in contact with us, you can email us at hallofgamerspodcast@gmail.com. Hit us up on Twitter at hallofgamerspod, or leave us your questions in the Discord. We've got a specific channel for it that we pull from.
I was going to quickly add to the email too. If you also want to recommend any guests in future, feel free to send me an email or a direct message on Discord, because I organize every few weeks in advance. And I probably want to get some more devs on in the future as well.
Yeah, we'd love to have some. Yeah, we'd love to have some more people on. So again, guests are the best part of the show.
Yeah.
If you want to help out the podcast in other ways, subscribe to us on your platform of choice. Leave us a review. Tell your friends. Word of mouth is always the biggest thing, as we always say. And that's
all the parties. Just say it.
Yep. Just cram it into every conversation possible.
If that friend of yours that hasn't listened to the podcast in like 10 weeks is so far behind, just pressure them.
Yeah,
like Welsh Hunter was on this podcast and it was a fucking blast.
Better catch up.
Loved it.
Yeah,
you're missing
That's
out.
going on every bit of social media now for the next couple of weeks.
Exactly. Just spam the shit out of it. Cameron, if people want to find you, where can they find you?
They can find me on Shadowless Edge on pretty much TA, Twitter, everywhere, Xbox. Probably going to be doing some Elden Ring this week. Very tempted to stream it, and it will be my first Dark Souls.
Oh, well, it'll be interesting to see.
So this is... You think the most chaotic rush ahead individual on this podcast.
Oh, no. This is going to be...
Dear Lord.
This is going to be bad. Charlotte.
I'm going to watch.
Yes, definitely.
Or we can just do Pimp My Ride.
Okay. On Discord, I'm Char or Charmander. On Twitter, I am AudreyLily8292, same as my Xbox gamer tag. I now have an alternate account as well, which is called The High Seas, but spelt the high letter C.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I see what you've done there.
I know, right?
I like that.
That's your Sea of Thieves.
That's my Sea of Thieves account that I'm keeping very separate. I am nowhere else. That's it. That's where you find me.
Fantastic. Mr. Hunter, where can people find you? Time to shill. Come on, let's get going. What do you got?
Well, sorry, I have kept you. I've kept you for a couple.
No, absolutely. happy to have you. Absolutely. Just this is your opportunity to shill every guide you're doing and all that sort of stuff.
Right. YouTube, The Welsh Hunter, of course. Twitter, The Welsh Hunter. Instagram, The Welsh Hunter. Xbox, The Welsh Hunt, because they wouldn't let me put the E and the R on the end, so that's just to confuse fucking things. So that's The Welsh Hunt. And the Welsh Hunter on Facebook as well. And I'm going to do a Discord eventually because people keep asking me, but I'm fucking lazy. I'll just come out and say it. I'm a lazy bastard.
Just
with
come
it.
hang
So
out on ours. It's fine.
Yeah,
I've
exactly,
got to get on. I've got to get on Discord. So eventually, I'll have my own Discord as well. Maybe I'll do it
Fantastic.
tonight.
Oh, it's good. It sounds like you got good branding all the way through. Well, just about all the way through, anyway. No, Professor Pluto ones or anything like that. Yeah.
Well, originally, you know what? I
Neomaster
changed my
2.
name. I used to be If is F1 Backwards Gaming because I'm a big F1 nerd.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And basically, I had a message that said, "Look, it's a bit fucking confusing. Just give it a change." So yeah,
It's like, yeah, fuck off.
It's like, yeah, we focus tested it and it's shit.
This is like people telling me that my Twitch name is too long, and I'm like, no, I fucking love Charmandosaurus Rex. I'm keeping it.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. No,
The SEO is so good. All right, and you can find me on Neomaster on pretty much everything: True Achievements, Xbox, and Discord. A big thanks to everyone who helps make the show happen. Thank you to my co-hosts here, Cameron and Charlotte, for being fantastic people. And a huge thank you to Mr. Welsh Hunter here for joining us this week. It's been a pleasure to have you on.
It's been, I've enjoyed it. So thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone.
Fantastic.
Been great.
I love you.
Oh,
I don't love that easy.
right here. I'm not.
All the feels.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got to start bodybuilding as soon as we get off this call.
Look, you'll get a love you from pretty much every person on this podcast except for Matt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except,
right.
okay,
yeah.
no, that's
Exactly,
cool.
yeah,
I don't mind
yeah.
that. I'll
All right, well, that wraps up episode 28 of the Hall of Gamers podcast. We will catch you guys next week. See you later.
appreciate it.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.